How about that? Now you got it? Okay.
Get a refreshing cool.
Okay, you won't be able to hear me, but you'll hear the audience. You need to hear anything. Those headphones. Turn off my ringer here. All right, are we ready? Okay, I'm going to start this one over here.
It's time.
It's time.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast off.
It's time for Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner will be going. This is the payoff pitch. Let's see if Shea can get out of the inning here. The kick and deliver. Swung on it, missed it, got him. 12 strikeouts for Shea Shanneman. That one hit to left field. Making the left fielder go back. Keep going back, and that thing is going to be gone. It's out of here. Holy moly, Cole Evans. 370 feet. Cole Evans got a hold of that thing. Wow. That one hit to short. Cervantes is second, back to first, and they get him. Nicely turned double play there, the old 6-4-3, and there's 2 down. Their double play tonight turned by the Busters.
Sodbuster Baseball is on the air.
All right, welcome everybody to Duncan Field on an overcast day for baseball game number 3 between Souris Valley Sabre Dogs and your Hastings Sodbusters. Josh Salmon back with you doing the solo thing today as a rare noon game, so we appreciate you tuning in. If you are able to listen on Mixlr or watch on YouTube. Busters able to take game number 2 last night of the doubleheader after kind of hurting themselves in game number 1. And I had a chance to talk with manager Chandler Wagner. We'll get to that here in a little bit. Day and night between the 2 different games. Not only the start times were day and night, but just the way they play. They hurt themselves a lot, making mental mistakes and things they shouldn't be making in the first game. Second game played a lot better. They were the beneficiary of 12 walks given up by Souris Valley pitching and 6 pitchers. And also 3 bean batters, and able to score the runs yesterday and put the win together last night for the victory, the 10-8 win for Hastings. So you look at the records of these teams, and after the 2 games of this series, Hastings is now 7-17 with a 1-game winning streak, and Souris Valley is now 17-8 and 1-game losing streak. So that's where the records sit for those. All right, so we'll take a look at the preview, the manager interview here coming up momentarily as I get that going here on my phone. And overcast weather, I'm going to get you a weather forecast here because it is off to my right. It looks like a chance of some rain over there, and we may get some here before it's all said and done too, but we'll keep an eye on the forecast here in a moment. Let's take a look at the forecast here from the National Weather Service in Hastings for today. And like I said, overcast all day. We might even turn the lights on here at the stadium just because it's that kind of thing. 76 degrees right now. Winds at 9 miles an hour. 20% chance of rain today. 40 tonight, 50 tomorrow in the area. So Busters hit the road anyways tomorrow, but it doesn't matter for that. 60% chance likely on Saturday. On Friday night, 30% Saturday. So some rain in the forecast. We did have some really heavy thunderstorms last night in some of the areas. I know it woke me up and shook my house. And I have a big 2-story, 100-year-old house, and it shook that. And I'm a very sound sleeper, so if it was loud enough to wake me up, I thought maybe it was fireworks, but those don't go on sale till today here in Nebraska. So it probably, not that that stopped people, but it wasn't fireworks. It was the thunder last night. So we'll see what happens. It's just an overcast day, 76 degrees, and I don't think it's going to get a whole lot warmer than this. And the players are fine with that, but very, very overcast. There's all those clouds moving over Duncan Field here right now, and we may turn the lights on before it is all said and done. Umpires coming out on the field. We'll take a look at your lineups here momentarily. Let's take a little break. Actually, you know what? Let's play the coaches interview. Let's go ahead and do coaches interview, and then we'll come back with the lineups. Had a chance to talk with manager Chandler Wagner yesterday. He came up after we were off the air and talked to him about the win and the game before. Here's what Chandler had to say. And I'll play that for you right now. Maybe. Is it playing? All right. I'm not sure why that's not playing. So, let me pause it here. I'm having an issue here with this. It's playing. So, all right. Well, we're not going to play that right now. I have another way to play that. So 76 degrees, as I said. And weather forecast, chance of rain about 30% is all it's calling for. But, boy, it looks a lot more than like that. As the clouds, I'm looking out the window here at the press box. And it looks a little more ominous than that. But we'll see what happens, nonetheless. We're going to try to get some baseball in here for you as game number 3 between Souris Valley and your Hastings Sodbusters. And Souris Valley, we know what they're capable of hitting. Boy, this team can really hit, but Buster pitching did pretty good keeping them at bay for the most part yesterday. Did give up some hits in the first game. The second game, the pitching was outstanding. And on the hill today is Will Horton for the Hastings Sodbusters and Trevor Ernst. And we'll talk about Trevor here a little bit more as the game goes along. All right, now I'm going to be able to play that coach's interview. I should be able to here if my technology lets me do it. You got to love technology, don't you? Yeah, you have to. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this one's going to play. Chandler Wagner, talking about last night's win as I download it and play that here momentarily.
All right, joined by head coach Chandler Wagner. And Chandler, first game, obviously, we hurt ourselves, losing 7-2. There was some base-stealing blunders, just some plays that we probably shouldn't have made and kind of hurt ourselves.
Yeah, I think that's what I talked about the most after the first game was the base running. I trust these guys a lot on the bases, and most of them have a green light, but kind of knowing the situation, we just made some bad mistakes on the bases that cost us some big innings that I think we could have had.
Yeah, they really didn't have that many hits. I mean, you guys did a pretty good job containing some of the big hitters in that first game, but you gave them opportunities with some walks, and they took advantage of them.
Yeah, I think that's been the biggest thing that all season for us on the mound is just taking our outs when they're given to us, and lately we haven't done a good job of that, but hopefully we start throwing some more strikes.
Game number 2, more aggressive on the base pass. You guys stole a ton of bases. I had 7 for you on the base pass, and you guys got walked 12 times. You got hit by pitches 3 times, and so the guys just being more patient. I see some dancing in the dugout, just a different feel. Was there something said between game 1 and 2?
No, I think the biggest thing we talked about was just play good, smart, clean baseball, and we didn't do that in game 1, and started to do it well in game 2. So hopefully we keep that attitude up, and all I talked about after the game was this is a lot better feeling leaving the field after a win than a loss, and hopefully we just keep the momentum going from here.
Yeah, you only got 3 walks given up in the game here in game number 2 between Schneider and Bigham, and that's huge considering how many walks they usually give up for our pitching staff, and so that's outstanding.
Yeah, it is, and Bigham did a good job out of the pen for us. I don't think Schneider had his best stuff today, but grinded out some good innings for us, and we got the ball to Bigham, and that's what we were looking for with a lead, and he shut him down from there. Obviously, scary last inning, but he did a good job of getting out of trouble.
You guys did pitch really well against a couple guys that are batting 400. One guy batting 500. You only allowed 1 hit to him, that Brewer guy, in the second game here. So, I mean, that's a feather in your cap there, containing some really good hitters and getting some key outs.
Yeah, they have a good lineup, and it's a tough ballpark to hit in. So if your hits are in the air, they're not going to be hits here. And I think we did a good job just knowing that and pounding the zone and just letting our defense work for us.
Is it? Do you think it's going to be an advantage getting a few new guys on the team here? Obviously, we got Feeney tonight at the catcher. A few more guys. Sounds like 3-4 more guys coming. Does that make a difference for you as coaching? Is the way you put up rosters and stuff?
We'll see. I mean, obviously, I want to get those guys in the lineup and get them their innings, and if they have some success, maybe they'll be in the lineup more consistently. But I think we'll definitely get some help and a little bit more depth to our team, so that should be a good thing for us.
All right, and kind of like a new season or second half of the season starting here July 1st. Is it kind of a clean slate for you guys, or you're just looking to build on what you got? I mean, you're kind of established now. You're here, Luke's here, the players are here. Is it time to go out there and play better?
Yeah, and maybe that's the biggest thing that our new guys coming in will give us is just kind of a spark plug. Whether they play well or not, it maybe it'll get some guys going that are struggling and maybe put a little pressure on them to start succeeding, and so we can kind of build something here.
All right, coming out tomorrow, noon. You didn't use very many pitchers today, so with a noon start, a couple days off before coming in today, you got some fresh arms. Who's looking to start tomorrow? Do you know yet?
Yeah, that was huge. I think we got Horton on the mound tomorrow, I believe, and he throws strikes for us, and that's all we're looking for in this ballpark. So hopefully he can give us some innings.
Manager Chandler Wagner. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. Chandler Wagner. Time to take a look at your starting lineups here for the Sodbusters and for your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. For Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, or if you're a Souris Valley fan, you're going to lead off with Caden Schwarby. He's a really fast guy. He is in left field. Alan Greer's in center field, batting second. Bo Brewer, hitting over 500, is batting third, playing first base. Drew Miller is DH, batting fourth. Chase Keaton is batting fifth in right field. Dalton Bowling is at third base, batting sixth. Then Taylor Justice at catcher. Jaden Schaefer at second base. And Justin Cooper batting ninth. Now our national anthem. All right, our very own Jason Frew singing the national anthem as we get set for some baseball. Let's take a look at the Hastings lineup tonight for your Sodbusters, or today I should say. It feels like nighttime with the lights on. It's dark. Cole Dawson leading things off. He's at shortstop. Then it'll be Trayton Colesville in right field tonight, batting second. J.T. Cafferty over to first base, batting third. Jack Hammond, the DH, batting fourth. Tyler Monroe is at second base, batting fifth. Carson Cahoy getting the start in center field, batting sixth. Connor Feeney, the new guy, second game for him behind the dish. He is batting seventh. Batting eighth is Jackson Rocha in left field, and Ian Riley batting ninth. At third base on the hill is Will Horton, the left-hander. Taking a look at the Horton's numbers here. Will has pitched. This is his fourth game, his third start. His record is 0-1. He has a 7.29 ERA. Got up 17 hits, 14 runs, 10 of those earned, 6 walks, 11 strikeouts in 12.1 innings pitched. And batting average against him is .315. Josh Salmon with you here, Duncan Field, as we get set for baseball. And appreciate you guys tuning in with me here on this afternoon. And as I said, it's only 76 degrees here at Duncan, so it's a it's a very overcast day. The lights are on the field, and it feels like a night game, but it's a day game. Pretty crazy. We'll take a quick break and come back and have your baseball here momentarily. This is Sodbuster Baseball. First pitch coming up. Don't go anywhere.
The Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
All right, welcome back. As first batter comes up to bat here for Souris Valley. Josh Salmon back with you, Nate Miller to my right. And here we go. Souris Valley wearing their blue uniforms with red numbers. Kind of look like the old Cardinal uniforms from the 80s. Little flashback powder blues. Busters in their yellow with the white pants. First pitch fouled off third base side, slicing out of play. Ian Riley gives it a chase, but nothing doing there for Caden Schwabe. Schwabe is a crazy good hitter, but he's even better at stealing bases, which I'm not sure if that's even possible to be better, but he is. That's so the 0-1 coming up. That one misses over the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Schwabe just getting underway. Game number 3, Souris Valley and Hastings. Thanks for tuning in. Pitch on the way from Horton. That one looked pretty good. And, ooh, it's caught a ball. Maybe a little inside, perhaps, on that one. Here is the 2-1. And it goes to 3-1. Taking all the way is Schwabe. Schwabe batting .476 coming into this game. Game number 2 yesterday. He didn't have any hits. He got on base twice walking and actually hit by a pitch and reached on air. Now he walked him. Not a thing you want to do with a guy that fast, especially lead off the game. Alan Greer comes up. Yeah, those uniforms look kind of a mix between the old Expo uniforms, the blue ones, and the Cardinals of old. I guess Royals have some of those blue ones too, but with the red, it looks more like the Cardinals. Schwabe leads off first, not going anywhere. Horton comes set and delivers, and therefore a delayed strike call. It's a little different today for base runners, as they're looking at the pitcher with a left-handed pitcher, Will Horton, up there. This team likes to run. And Schwabe not going. Swung on and missed there, and it's 0-2 to Alan Greer. You look at stolen bases as a team, 98 for Souris Valley. Just for Schwabe himself, 28. He has more by himself than the Sodbusters have this season over first. So he'll probably go at some point this inning, but we'll see what happens. That pitch is up high and outside. Alan Greer's count is 1-2. Well, Horton works quickly, stands on the third base side of the rubber, yellow or gold jerseys, white pants with the green high socks and the yellow stripes on those. I need to get some of those socks. I get some of those. I get some of Scott's yellow sneakers. I'm all set. Here's the 1-2, and that one just misses for 2-2. 76 degrees, very overcast. Game time lights are on. Dark clouds above us. We had some thunder, some rain in the area last night. 30% chance today. Runner back on the throw. Pretty good throw. Just not quick enough. Schwabe may take off here. We'll see what happens. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And pitch on the way. Schwabe does go, and that one foul back. And so nothing but calisthenics for him. And we'll do the 2-2 again. Schwabe, Alan Greer's up right now. Bill Brewer, it's going to be Bo Brewer due up after that. And Brewer can really hit the ball, so you don't want to get anybody on for him as much as you can. Nice double play would be perfect here. Horton gets the sign from catcher Feeney. The lefty comes set to the right-handed batter. Swung and a miss, got him on that one. Bottom fell out of that thing, and there's one down. First strikeout for Will Horton of the day. Strikeout comes as number 12 now for Horton. Bo Brewer comes up. Brewer batting .525. And you say, oh, he's only played limited time. No, he's had 101 at-bats. Schwabe, oh, they got him in a pickle now. Schwabe was going to go. JT's got it. Ball, throw it to second, and they get him. Nice job. Good job. Oh, and did they drop the ball? Oh, wow, they call him safe. Yeah, that's the exact same play they got Omar Jackson out on last night, where the ball comes out on the transition. They had the tag. The tag was down, and they're trying to transition the ball back into their hand. And they called him safe. So Schwabe in the pickle gets out of it. JT took a little while to get rid of that ball at first. It was a good throw and a good tag. It just fell out of the glove of Monroe. So no pitches yet thrown to Brewer. Now runner scoring in position. That one has some really good movement. The ball's 1 strike. Brewer, right-handed batter. McKinney, Texas is where he's from. Pitch on the way, the 0-1 is upstairs, 1-1. One out here, no score in the first. Souris Valley, last time you'll see them this season. Only have 3 games against the Busters here this year. Horton checks his runner, Schwabe over at second. Schwabe goes to third. Feeney not able to do anything. It's another stolen base, so 2 here for Schwabe. That puts him at the 30 mark for the season. He had plenty on that one. I wonder what it feels like to slide on the turf, because the whole infield's turf here. 2-1 coming up from Horton. And that was similar to that first pitch, just missed by a little bit. Three balls and one strike. Will Horton kicks and delivers. That one down the first base line. That is a fair ball. Nope, they call it foul. Must have just went foul there at the end. It looked fair to me. So 3-2 now is the count to Bo Brewer. Thursday day baseball. I've never seen a game at Duncan with Sodbusters at noon on a Thursday. Wind blowing in from left field, which is interesting. Back up the middle, Horton has bobbled it. Checks his runner, throws over to first. Runner not able to go, and they do retire the out. So it's 2 down. So it went right back to Horton. He bobbled it, took a look at his runner at third, looked him back, and then threw over to first. So that's a big out, getting Brewer out. So it brings up Drew Miller. Miller batting .280 on this season. We saw him in last night's game. 1 hit in game number 2. 0-1 here to Miller. Josh Salmon with you, Duncan Field. Make sure if you're coming out to Duncan, next home game is July 3rd. Pick up one of the new brochures, one of the new, the programs. Lots of cool information in there. There's a great picture of Duncan Field back in the, I think it was in the 50s. Where's that at? Clear at the end here. That was awesome. Aerial shot. Obviously not done with a drone. They didn't have drones then. It was 1961 the picture was taken. So, pretty cool shot. 2 balls and 1 strike to Drew Miller. Miller's a DH today. Schwabe stands on third. He was walked, stole 2 bases. Horton trying to get out of the inning here. Swung on and missed. Bottom fell out of that thing on a curveball. 2-2. So, Busters will hit the road, Jack, after tonight. And head to take on Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Swung on and missed, got him on that one. And down go the Souris Valley, leaving 1 on base. So no hits, no runs, 1 left on base at the end of a half inning. No score. Busters coming up bottom 1. This is Sodbuster Baseball. Here's a word from Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Imagine visiting a place with historic housing districts, beautiful parks, and strolling through downtown shops. No, it isn't a fairy tale. It's Hastings, Nebraska. The Adams County Visitors Bureau invites you to experience Hastings. From bird watching to the Aqua Court Water Park to taking in a Sodbusters baseball game at historic Duncan Field. It all starts with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. What would a visit be without great eats? Hastings has plenty for all cravings. Start exploring at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
All right, welcome back to Duncan Field. And Souris Valley gets their leadoff hitter on and strands him on third base. That's the kind of inning we like. Josh Salmon back with you, Nate Miller to my right. On an overcast day here at Duncan Field in Hastings, Nebraska. Taking a look at your pitcher here. It is Trevor Erndt. It's E-R-N-T. Erndt for Souris Valley. He is from Tustin, California. He goes to San Jose State University. A lefty. 6 foot, 215, kind of a stocky guy out there. And this is his second game only. Started the other game as well. 6 innings he's pitched. 1 hit. His record is 1-0. 5 strikeouts, 5 walks, no earned runs, no ERA against him. Batting average against him is .053, but he's only had 1 appearance. So he has not seen the Sodbusters. In fact, Erndt only appearance was June 17th against Canyon County Spuds. Cole Dawson leading things off here. It'll be Dawson, Kozel, and Cafferty for your Sodbusters. Lefty versus righty matchup here. Dawson back on the leadoff spot tonight after batting second doubleheader last night. Takes strike 1. Cole only had a couple hits in both combined last night for the games, but for him to really thrive in that leadoff position, he does a great job there. 384 batting average coming into today. 1-1 count here to the shortstop. Cole Dawson from Russellville, Arkansas. Been a great pickup for us. Good guy to have on the team. A tremendous athlete. Dawson goes to Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Fouls that one straight back to the net. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's just got a good baseball mind. He's fundamentally sound defensively, offensively, and he just knows, when it's time to lay down a bunt, he'll lay down or whatever needs to be done. The 1-2 swung on and missed on that one. Got him on the off speed. Looked like a changeup there coming from Ernst, and 1 up, 1 down here for the Busters in the bottom of the first. So Colesville comes up. Left-handed batter versus left-handed Ernst. Couple lefties in the batting order here for the Sodbusters today against the lefty. No score, bottom 1. Pitch is low. Drayton taking it all the way. Drayton batting 222. And starting right field tonight. Ernst works quickly out there on the hill. That one hit to right center field. Center fielder is over there and able to make the catch. That is Greer, and there's 2 down. In the power alley, but it hung up there for quite a while. So it brings up J.T. Cafferty. Cafferty gets played a little bit of right field yesterday and DH, and now back at first base. Quickly 2 down here for the Busters in the first inning. Rare to see a noon game at Duncan Field. 0-1 here. Ernst just comes out and throws strikes. 0-2 now quickly. Dawson struck out. Colesville flew out. And you think this guy wants to get on the bus and get back home? They have a 10.5-hour bus ride. He's pitching like that right now. He doesn't waste any time. The 0-2 coming up here from Trevor Ernst. And just nicking it. A piece of it was Cafferty. Very shallow in left field is Schwarby. Greer shallow as well. Right field playing a little more towards the line than normal for a right-handed batter is Keaton. Here is the pitch, and that one fell off on the first base side and out of play. So Eldon, even at noon, Eldon's got his inflatable buster up over there on top of the garage, ready to go. A lot of fun stuff here in the new programs. If you can pick one up at the next home game. That one into center field, but it's going to hang up there long enough for Greer to camp underneath and make the catch. Nothing doing here for the Busters. In the first inning, we have no score. Sodbuster baseball. Second inning coming back. This is Sam's Club message.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Well, nothing doing for either team there in the first inning. Josh Hammond back with you from Duncan Field as Chase Keaton will be leading things off here for Souris Valley. It'll be Keaton, Bowling, and Justice due up here. And that is going to be your 5, 6, 7 hitters here for Souris Valley. Horton gives Riley a glove 5. Quick first inning for both teams. Schwabe got on for Souris Valley. He's the only runner to reach on either team in the first inning. So Chase Keaton comes up. We saw him a little bit last night. Keaton batting .309. Takes first pitch in there for a strike. I like umpires that they give you the big loud strike. It's you don't always see the hand signal, but you hear the That's pretty old school. I like it. Horton working quickly as well. Swung on and miss. Fouled back, 0-2. So Busters do Spearfish Sasquatch over the weekend, and then off Monday, and then head to Fremont once again. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Off Friday back here, Saturday and Sunday for the weekend, July 3rd, and a doubleheader on the 4th against Spearfish. Spearfish Sasquatch. So 0-2 fouled back. We'll do it again. Will Horton has 2 strikeouts in the game so far. We're only in the top of the second. No score, nothing on the board here, except for there is swung on and missed on that one. They did give a throwing error earlier on that, or an error on the drop ball at second when the Swabby tried to steal. 3rd strikeout of the game for Will Horton. 1 down here in the second. Brings up Dalton Bowling. 220 batting average for him. Bowling getting the start at third base. We saw him in game number 2 at third base yesterday from Fremont, California. Only 58 bats for him, so he joined the team a little late, perhaps. And then went a little too far inside. It's 2-0 here to Dalton Bowling. Sodbusters left to right. You have Rocha, Cahoy, and Kozel. Infield is from 3rd to 1st. It's Riley, Dawson, Monroe, and Cafferty. Behind the plate is Feeney. We'll talk about him more when he gets up. And Will Horton on the hill. 2 balls and a strike here to Dalton Bowling. 1 out, no score. Top 2, Duncan Field. Horton, off-speed pitch just floats up there. That thing almost looked like a knuckler. Didn't have much movement. It just kind of floated. It wasn't a knuckle, but it looked like it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bowling. Here's Horton's pitch. That one fouled off third base side and out of play. So there's a baseball group here, Little League kids. Got to go out in the field before the game with the players. They're chasing that down. People with their come out here at noon to watch their Sodbusters, your dedicated fans, and those who get the day off. I told you I'd write you a doctor's note if I had to. Hits the changeup right back up the middle. There's that pitch again. He had a lot of good movement on it, but this time the batter, Bowling, was ready for it. First hit of the game belongs to Dalton Bowling. So Taylor Justice comes up. He's the catcher. They have 3 catchers on this team, on the roster. We haven't seen him yet. Taylor Justice, Angora Hills, California, goes to San Jose State. So he is teammates with his pitcher, Ernst. Probably why he got the start. Those 2 work together pretty well, know each other pretty well. 1 ball here to Taylor Justice. Justice a .421 batting average. 19 at bats, so been limited playing time for him. The 1-0 inside. Nice stop there by Connor Feeney. So after striking out Keaton, he gives up a single to Bowling. He stands on first right now. No score. Oh, the drum guy is with the kilt guy, and the kilt guy now has a tambourine. So we have our own musical section over here on the first base side. 2 balls and 1 strike. No strikes, sorry. I wrote it down wrong. Short lead, not going anywhere at first is Bowling. That one hit to left, line drive. Rocha lets it fall. And that's one of those ones, it's like, well, do you let it fall? Do you try to grab it? You know, if it's 50-50 on that, because you could try for it, and he was not playing in the best position to catch that. So I think the smart thing was let it fall, let the guy get 1 base. If you let it go past you, then all world of trouble. 2 hits in a row given up here by Horton. And it goes Jaden Schaefer. We haven't seen Schaefer in this game yet. He's the second baseman, left-handed batter. Schaefer from Tecumseh, Oklahoma, goes to Murray State College, along with Chase Keaton. Beans him. We have had so the beer batter here gets beaned. First hit of the game. We had several of those in the games yesterday. Busters last night got 12 walks off of Souris Valley pitchers. 3 batters got beaned in that game as well. So bases loaded now for Souris Valley. That one hits a center field by Justin Cooper. Running in is Cahoy, not able to grab it, and it falls in front of him. And so the run scores on the single. So 3 singles and a run in this inning. RBI there for Cooper. Bowling scores the run. I really thought that one could have been caught. It looks like Cooper just stopped. Or excuse me, Cahoy just stopped out there on the hit by Cooper. I thought maybe that one could have been caught. So back to top order for Schwabe. Bases loaded still here for Souris Valley, and Will Horton in a bit of a predicament. Floats it up there is strike 1. He's got some good movement on his pitches, but this team just hits. That's what they do. Only 1-0 though on the top of the first. Plenty of baseball left. That one up high. Tries a similar pitch. So Keaton led off the inning. He struck out. You've had singles from Bowling, Justice, Schaefer was beaned, and then Cooper. So you have Justice on third, Schaefer on second, Cooper on first. Here's the 1-1 offering, way outside. Not even close. 2-1. Will Horton. Busters with 2 7-inning games yesterday. Only used 4 pitchers total in the 2 games. Souris Valley used 6 in game number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run on 3 hits for Souris Valley. Horton wants a new sign from Feeney. Batter finally calls timeout and steps out. I'm not sure if I like those powder blue uniforms or not. They're kind of cool. That one hit to right field. That's going to fall in as well. Kozel, the good arm, gets it in. And 2 more runs able to come in and scores. Cafferty can't hold on to it. So ruled a single with 2 RBIs and then a bobble as well. So another single. Things starting to unravel here a little bit for Will Horton in the second inning. So Justice scores on that one. And Schaefer score. Cooper moves over to third, and then Cafferty bobbled it a little bit, so that allowed Schwabe to stand on second base. Brings up Alan Greer. That one fouled off. Boy, Busters could use some kind of break here. Foul ball catch or a foul tip in the glove on third strike. Some kind of out. Because they're just getting these, and these aren't big hits. They're just little dinks, little, flares into the outfield. And they're using the whole field. They've had 1 to left, 1 to center, 1 to right this inning already. That one misses. It's 1-1 there to Greer. You definitely want to be careful. The bad thing is you don't really have anybody in double play position, a traditional double play with runners on second and third. And you got Bo Brewer coming up next. This is important at bat to get him out. 2 strikes now to Greer, 1-2 count. 4 runs, 3 runs on 4 hits. Still only 1 out for Souris Valley here in the second. Will Horton laboring. Down third base line. Riley looks home, goes across the time and gets the easy out. They score another run as Cooper scores. And so now it's 4-0, but there is 2 outs. So he thought about going home, but I think he made the right decision and get the for sure out on that one. You need outs right now. If you throw it home and the guy's safe, then you still get Brewer. They still score the run, and you have nothing. So Brewer grounded out his first time up. Back to the pitcher. 4 runs on 4 hits in this inning for Souris Valley. That one misses for ball 1. It's 1-0 here to Brewer, and even though he got out last time, he's now only batting .520. 102 at-bats. That's crazy good batting average. Horton checks the runner. That one is a little flare over first and down the line. It's just these little dink hits, and Brewer's going to end up with at least 2. Another run will score. and right over the top of the first baseman. Nothing you could do about that thing at first base for Cafferty. It was fair by about 2.5 feet, just over his head, though, and they just found the perfect spot, and that's why the guy's batting .520. You do things like that, and it, gives you average. Again, none of these hits were anything spectacular. You've had little dumps in the right center field, left field, and this thing's getting out of hand right now. Hopefully, nobody going yet in the Buster bullpen. 5 runs on 5 hits, 2 outs in the second inning. Fly out to left field. Hopefully this will do it. Rocha does make the catch and stops the bleeding. But 5 runs on 5 hits, and they leave 1 on base. It's 5-0 Souris Valley. Busters have some work to do. Bottom of the second coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Summer means Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Nebraska has some of the most beautiful state parks in the country. And to celebrate their 100th anniversary, the Nebraska Lottery announces our Great Outdoors Getaway promotion. Through June 8, 2021, enter any non-winning $5 Nebraska State Park Centennial Scratch ticket for a chance to win a 2-night stay at a Nebraska State Park, $2,021 in cash, and Nebraska Lottery and Game and Parks merchandise. State parks as great as ours deserve a promotion as great as this. Top prize odds 1 in 80,000.
Souris Valley sends 9 guys to the plates. 5 of them get hits. 5 of them score. They leave 1 stranded. And Will Horton finally stops the bleeding in the top of the second. The Busters trail 5-0. Got some work to do. So I'm looking at the new program here, and you look at all the home runs hit at Duncan Field. And I wonder who keeps track of all this with all these home runs. I thought it was pretty cool that somebody did this way back to like the 40s. But it looked back July 10th, 20. Cole Evans, I got to call that home run. He won. It was about 371 feet to left. It went out by about a foot or two. As first pitch outside to Jack Hammond. Busters haven't even been through their order yet. We're in the second inning, and Souris Valley's never been through theirs twice. Well, most of the guys, take that back. 2-0. So, yeah, Cole Evans of Grand Island hit the shot, and I think it was against Souris Valley. I want to try to remember that. Anyways, on July 10th here at Duncan, and that was the second to last home run at Duncan. Race Trainer hit one this year for Hastings College, April 30th. The last Grand Slam hit here was Grant Schmidt. He hit 3 home runs here. One on May 27th of 19, then hit 2 in the same day on June 22nd. That one up the middle. No, wow, the second baseman came up with that. How did he get that? And sliding into first base safely is Jack Hammond. Wow, how did Schaefer even come up with that thing? I thought for sure that was going to go into center field. It was a nice play, infield hit for Jack Hammond. You know, I don't really think sliding into first base does much. I think it slows you down, actually. I think it's faster to run through it. You see a lot of major league guys do that. And I haven't been convinced yet that that's makes you safe. I know it makes you more aerodynamic and you can reach out, but I think the momentum, if you just kept running, you keep it going. Tyler Monroe comes up with a runner on, so Busters have their first hit of the game. And pitch called a strike. Anyways, Grant Schmidt hit 2 home runs on June 22nd of 19. So 3 home runs here at Duncan Field in 2019 for Grant Schmidt. Couple by the Pier Trappers in that same game. I don't know if there was a doubleheader that game or not, but boy, there was 4 home runs in that game. 2 by Grant Schmidt and 2 by Tate Ellison of the Pier Trappers. Another one that later that year by Fremont First State Bank, a Legion player, Austin Callahan, had one on August of 19. So pretty crazy. It's nice that somebody keeps track of that. And that's all in the new program. When you come in, you just pick one up. 1-1 coming up here. To Tyler Monroe. Runner on first is Jack Hammond. 5-0 Souris Valley. I hit a mile high and out of play. into the parking lot. 0-2 here to Tyler Monroe. Remember, if you come out July 4th, there's a July 3rd game, but July 4th is doubleheader. You bring your ticket in, you can take it up to the concession stand and get some free food. So kind of cool how that works. Something that Brian and Scott are trying this year. The 0-2 on the outside corner is called a ball. Kind of a weird hand signal there by the umpire. I think he's just saying it was outside. So here is the pitch from Ernst. 5-0 lead for him, lefty on lefty. That one right to the first baseman. Brewer steps on first base for the unassisted double play. That's just the kind of inning it's been for the Busters. And that thing was going to be a shot into right field and end up being a double play. So lined into a double play. You know, we saw that yesterday twice in the doubleheader. It's not something you write down on your scorecard very often. Line in double play. But Trevor Madsen had one yesterday for the Sodbusters. So quickly there's 2 outs. Just when you thought you got something going. Carson Cahoy comes up with 2 outs. Pitch is high. Yeah, if that thing was about another 6 inches, Brewer wouldn't have got it. Would have went to right field. Would have had 2 runners on. Instead, it's a double play. And nothing Hammond could do. I mean, you think for sure that thing's going to go into right field, and he wasn't that far off. But by the time Brewer, just right where he was playing, and he caught the ball and tagged the base, Hammond was a deer in headlights. Here's the 2-0 to Carson Cahoy. He takes it outside. 3-0. It'd be nice to get somebody on base, especially with Speedy Cahoy. And pitch coming up here. Is a strike, taken all the way. 230 Carson Cahoy's batting average is. From Grand Island. Just down the road. The 3-1 from Ernst. Fouled back to the net, so battling back here is Trevor Ernst. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ernst wants a new baseball. Lefty. Still overcast, but no rain right now. 30% chance today is all. 77 and overcast. Wind's picked up a little bit, 20 miles an hour. And that one misses. Good at bat here for Carson. Laying off some pitches. Sometimes he gets a little free swinging, but that time he laid off. First walk given up by Ernst. So his first walk and first hit given up this inning. And it brings up Connor Feeney. Connor had his first game yesterday as a Sodbuster. He is from McKinney, Texas. Goes to Wayne State. 2001, he was one of only 2 Wildcats to start all 34 games. He's a catcher, batted .224 with 4 doubles, 14 RBIs, ranked second on the team in putouts with 200 and 4 multi-hit games and multi-RBI contests. That one misses for ball 1. He was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored in an 8-4 win versus Southwest Minnesota State in March of this year. And was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs at Minnesota Duluth in April of this year. So welcome aboard, Connor. He played in game number 2 yesterday. I went in there for a strike. Feeney still looking for his first hit as a Sodbuster. Just a couple at bats yesterday. Actually, to be exact, I think he had 3 if I remember right. The inside out swing goes to the first base side and out of play into the dugout. Let me check my notes here. On Feeney, he had 4 at bats yesterday. Walked twice, struck out twice. Read my own chicken scratch. Carson Cahoy stands on first. There's 2 outs. Busters trail 5-0 in bottom of the second. 1-2 count here to Connor Feeney, the Buster catcher. And that's going to go out to left field. And his first hit is a Sodbuster. There it is. Right there. Got his first hit. Got that off his back. Second hit giving up this inning by Source Valley. So Jackson Rocha comes up. He also doesn't have a hit yet for the Sodbusters. Hasn't played a whole lot. He's had 15 at-bats this season. Got a great arm out there. Runs really quick. starting left field, takes first pitch outside. Jackson wears the number 3. Goes to Yakima Community College. He's from Othello, Washington. So Cahoy stands on second. Feeney on first. And that one misses inside now from Trevor Ernst. 2-0. So Hammond led off with an infield single, but Tyler Monroe lined to the first baseman. Bo Brewer turned that into a double play. Carson Cahoy walked. He's on second. Connor Feeney singled a moment ago. He's on first. 2 outs. Busters can get the hits with 2 outs. They tend to do that a lot. Now you need to get somebody in. You're down by 5. That one misses well outside, and good eye here for Jackson Rocha. Rocha, not a big guy. Not a lot of old big guys on the Sodbuster team. We're kind of a scrappy, shorter team with a lot of speed. He's 5'9", 160. The 3-0 coming up from Ernst. Checks his 2 runners. Lefty kicks and delivers. And 4 straight balls. Bases loaded now for the 9th place hitter, Ian Riley. So Ian comes up with a chance for some RBIs. It's a good chance for some RBIs. We'll get somebody in here. Riley batting 109. He has 5 RBIs in the season. Just do what they do. Just a little dump into right center fielder. Just a little, tap it somewhere. It doesn't have to be pretty. Lefty versus lefty, though. That one, first pitch swinging, fouls it off on the first base side. Just a little late on that one, was Ian. Bases loaded for the Busters. Bottom of the second, 5-0 Source Valley. Game number 3, the rubber game. Each team has won 1 game. Doubleheader yesterday. Source Valley took the first one. And 7-2, and then Sodbusters won the second one 10-8. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Ernst loaded the bases here. Busters was a good chance to score, but there's 2 outs. Riley taking all the way, and Ernst just nickeling and diming around the strike zone, but not really finding the strike zone. 2 balls and a strike. He steps off the rubber, steps back on as he composes himself. A little bit different looking lineup today. Some guys that don't normally play a whole lot are in the lineup for the Busters. Here's the 2-1 offering. That one hit the first base right at Brewer, and that'll end the inning as he tags the base. So they leave 3 on and not able to seize the day. So 2 hits, no runs, and no errors with 3 guys left on base. And at the end of 2, it's still 5-0 Source Valley. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
Busters had a chance to get something going there in the bottom of the second, but leave 3 guys on. And they come back here in the third, trailing 5-0. Josh Salmon with you, Nate Miller to my right, running your cameras on a noontime game here at Duncan Field. And overcast, I think it's a little lighter now than when game time first started, but still overcast, and lights are on here at Duncan. It's been a tough outing here for Will Horton thus far. 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 runs, all earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. 13 batters faced. He's also hit a batter. Trevor Ernst, on the other hand, pitching a pretty good game for Sabre Dogs. He did get in a little trouble last inning, as I mentioned, but got out of it, just giving up the 2 hits. He also had 2 walks. So it's back to Chase Keaton this inning. He led off last inning. They batted around the order almost completely last inning. And Busters could really use a 1-2-3 inning here from Will Horton. So far, 2-0. Will struggling here a little bit in this one. Allen swung underneath it. He took his head off of it, and chasing it is Connor Feeney, but just goes out of play. So it's 2-1 here to Keaton, the right fielder. Keaton struck out his first time up. Smaller crowd on a noon game, but a very lively crowd nonetheless. 2-1 offering coming up from Will Horton. Goes to 3-1. Horton last pitched on June 16th at Fremont. Took the loss in that one. 6 earned runs on 6 hits in 6 innings. Striking out 5 and walks his second batter here. Leadoff hitter's on once again. 2 out of 3 times. Chase Heaton jogs down to first base. So see if they get anybody going in the bullpen, and no action yet for Hastings. Dalton Bowling comes up. He started the mess last inning with a single. 5 singles in the inning for Source Valley last inning. 5 runs. And not, like I said, none of them were spectacular. Little dumps into the outfield. Just found spots. Just placing the ball. Just placing it. 1-0 coming up here. Keaton, throw to first, runner back. Keaton will steal occasionally. He's got 2 stolen bases. This team does like to run, though. Looking for Feeney to gun out his first guy at second base. They didn't run too much in game number 2 last night. Busters actually had 7 stolen bases in game number 2. They're very aggressive. 2-0 here to Donner Bowling. That one hit high enough to bring rain, which we almost have by ourselves anyways. Center field, Carson Cahoy camps underneath it and makes the out. And there is 1 down. Thing was hit really high and really far, but just kind of died. Wind blowing from left field maybe held that up a little bit. So Taylor Justice comes up, the catcher. First baseman. Only game going on right now in Expedition League play. All the rest of them are tonight. Western Nebraska hosting Mining City. Casper Horseheads hosting Canyon County. Wheat City beating Fremont last night, giving them a 4-game losing streak, hosting tonight at Wheat City. Spearfish Sasquatch, we'll see them here coming up soon. They're hosting Badland Big Sticks, and Pure Trappers hosting Sioux Falls. So all the games either 6:35, 6:05, or 7:05. Throw to the first, runner back. Busters will see Sioux Falls next at Sioux Falls. The next 3 nights. That one outside. Sioux Falls is a pretty good season for an expansion team. They're ahead of us in Expedition League. Coming into yesterday's second game, they were. We'll get to that in a second. Now it's a single out to right center field as Hunter able to come all the way around from first. As outfielders just kind of lackadaisical today getting to the ball. They're not seeming to be in a hurry to get anything. Not giving all their effort. So Justice with a second hit. Runners now on the corners. So Sioux Falls a 10-12 record. 7.5 games back. Pure Trappers right ahead of the Busters are 11 games back at 6-15 coming into yesterday. And then Busters are 7-17, as I mentioned. That one gets away from Feeney, and run going to score. It goes to his right. And I think he took his eye off the runner for a second. He went to his right, and about quarter of the way up the first base line. So we'll call that one a pass ball. And another run scores. Now 6-0. Wheels falling off this train. I think you got to get somebody warming up over there. That one hits a second base. Monroe gets it on the scoop, all in one motion over to first. A really good play on a ball that could have easily went into right field. And there's 2 down. Runner advances to second base, does justice. So ninth place hitter Justin Cooper comes up. Cooper batting .353 on the season, only 16 at bats though. Hails from Fort Worth, Texas. A lot of Texas guys in this Expedition League for all the teams. Lots of baseball talent. Quite a few California guys as well. 0-1 here to Cooper. 1 hit, 1 run. In for Souris Valley, they lead 6-0. 6 runs on 6 hits. Runner standing on second is Justice. There is 2 outs. The no ball, 1 strike pitch to Cooper. Slicing out of play on the first base side and giving it a run as JT Cafferty loses his lid. And catcher Connor Feeney drops his helmet and gives it a run as well. I thought Connor Feeney had a Sodbuster helmet, but it's the same colors as Wayne State, and so he's wearing his Wayne State catcher's helmet backwards. The 0-2 coming up here from Horton. He could really use the strikeout right here. He has 3 in the game. That one fell up again by Cooper. This Souris Valley team will just nickel and dime you to death. Again, nothing has been spectacular. There hasn't been any extra base hits. The one to the power alley a moment ago from Justice was probably the best looking one, highlight-wise. The other ones were all just little dumps in the outfield, but that's all it takes sometimes, nickel and dime it. Horton wants a new sign, gets it, stands on the third base side of the rubber. Justice, the catcher, stands on second base for Souris Valley. Horton checks him, comes to the plate. The 0-2, floats the curveball up there, diving past Monroe, goes into right field. Colesville coming up throwing. They're going to cut off. No, they go to the plate. Do they tag him? And Feeney he gets underneath the tag. The throw was just a little short. It was almost cut off by Cafferty. You got to let that one go. And pretty good throw there by Colesville, but it was just a little short. Making a nice swoop tag is Feeney trying, but another run scores on a single. Another RBI there for Justin Cooper. He's got 1 and a run scored there by Justice. He scored 2. It's now 7-0, Souris Valley. Brings him back top of order, Schwabe. So, Busters definitely have somebody throwing now in the bullpen. I'm kind of surprised they really waited this long. I know it's early in the game, but you're getting beat 7 runs on 7 hits. It's obviously not his day. Schwabe, but on base twice, a walk and a single. Horton steps off, walks the runner back to second base. Whoever's warming up is warming up pretty quickly, too. I believe maybe it's Rand Sanders. We'll see. Trying to get a number on the bullpen. 2-0 here. And Luke Bay's going to come out and have a talk with Horton. This will give some time for the guy to warm up in the bullpen. Is Horton not having a good day at the office? It's a righty warming up. Still trying to get you a number. Trivia time. Let's do a little trivia. I haven't done any trivia in a while. Got some here actually in the program, which is pretty interesting. Some trivia for you. Not necessarily Sodbuster trivia. It's just baseball trivia in general. The first pack of baseball cards, I'm big into baseball cards, always have been, was created in 1868. Okay? They had baseball cards before they had numbered jerseys. Numbered jerseys were introduced in 1929. Imagine all those guys dressed the same. You had to identify them by either their, stature or the way they played the game or the way they wore their hat or something. Would have no numbers. It must have been a... Surely they broadcasted the games before then. I don't know. Maybe they didn't broadcast them until then, but it'd be a nightmare. I remember broadcasting high school softball games the last couple of years, and they put a courtesy runner in, and she's got a jacket on with no number on it. Well, you know how many blonde-haired girls with ponytails there are on a team? A lot. So I just said a pinch runner. That one, a mile high and deep to right field. Hopefully Kozel can make the catch. It as a fair ball. Ooh, almost overran it. Makes the catch and gets out of the inning. So fly out to right. That thing was hit really hard. But they have 2 hits and another 2 runs in for Souris Valley. They lead 7-0. Buster's got a lot of work to do coming back in the bottom of the third. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
5 Points Bank has been your hometown bank for over 40 years, and now you can take us wherever you go. Mobile Deposit allows you to deposit checks from your smartphone or tablet with our free business banking app. And never pay for an ATM charge again with our MoneyPass app. It maps out ATMs near you that won't charge a fee because of its partnership with 5 Points Bank. We're here to serve you in person and online, and that's why we're the better bank.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Insides Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
Already a couple episodes of the Sodcast available on all major platforms, including Spotify and many more. Another one should be up and ready to go on Saturday. I'm going to put that together here in the next couple days. Lots of things to talk about on there, and Brian gets pretty informative about the league and just some things maybe you didn't know from behind the scenes of Expedition League Baseball and Sodbuster Baseball nonetheless. Josh Salmon back with you, Nate Miller to my right. Busters trail 7-0 here in the bottom of the third. Souris Valley team is just nickel and diming Will Horton to death. I'll be really surprised if he comes out next inning. So Cole Dawson comes up. Dawson struck out to lead off the first inning. Busters finally made it all the way through the batting order the first time. Swung on and missed on the off-speed pitch on that one. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the outfield today hasn't really played very well. I mean, they kind of let the ball fall in front of them. They're kind of not, giving their full effort. It doesn't seem like running after it. And nothing ticks a manager off more than that, especially Chandler Wagner. 0-2 here to Dawson. That one was called a strike. Busters need some base runners. That one way upstairs from Ernst. Lefty in his third inning of work is only getting up 2 hits. He's walked 2. No runs. Hastings got bases loaded last inning. Left them all on there. Here's the 1-2. And low. 2-2 now to Cole Dawson. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Hastings. 2 balls, 2 strike pitch. Upstairs. 3-2. Next home game, July 3rd. And then doubleheader on the 4th. Hope to see you out here. And the Busters are off at the road a little bit. Have one back on the 8th against Fremont at home. And a walk there for Dawson. So leadoff hitter's on for Hastings. So that brings up Trayton Kozel. And then if you look at July 12th through the 18th, 7 home games in a row for the Busters. And then they have 3 days off before hitting the road again. So 7 in a row. Good chance for you to come out and see them if you haven't, or you want to see them in July. Out over the outside corner, lefty versus lefty matchup here. Kozel flew out to center field his first time up. Dawson stands on first. Hastings trails 7-0, bottom 3. Good lead for Cole over at first. Doesn't go. That one hit into center field. That's a little looper, and that is in for a hit. So that's all you need to do. Do exactly what Souris Valley's been doing. Don't have to hit it hard. Just find a spot where somebody's not. Third hit giving up by Souris Valley pitching, and 2 runners are on here with no outs for JT Cafferty. Catch for some RBIs here for JT. Cafferty getting the start at first base today. Came into the game batting .313. Does have 7 RBIs. Takes strike 1. So Ernst coming out firing strikes. He was ahead in the count to Dawson before walking him. He was ahead of Colzel before giving up the single. Now he's ahead of JT Cafferty on 1. 2 on here for the Busters. Down by 7, bottom 3. No ball, 1 pitch strike, or 1 strike pitch. Throw down to first, and runners back. Justice keeping an eye on the runner over there at first on Colzel. Colzel had a pretty good lead, but Brewer was not in a good place to catch that ball and kind of jump over the runner. Had no chance of tagging him. Just happy to catch the ball was Brewer at first. Here's the 1-1 offering from Ernst. Chopper, second bases could be 2. Over to second, and they don't go back to first. The only play they have is to get the fielder's choice in the force out at second base. So 1 out, runners on the corners now for the Busters as Dawson able to advance over to third. Brings up Jack Hammond. They have nicknames going on over there in the PA booth. So Hammond coming into this at bat, batting .238. And again, a strike pitch. So Ernst coming out and getting ahead of every batter this inning. But a couple guys have gotten on. Cafferty via fielder's choices first. Dawson via the walkover at third. That one out to center field. Is it going to fall? Yeah, it's going to score a run. Center fielder kind of took his time getting over there. Greer to left center field. He had a better shot than the left fielder. And Busters put one on the board. It's a small but mighty crowd here today. Under noon game, Duncan Field. RBI for Jack Hammond. Run scored by Cole Dawson. So Busters got rid of the goose egg. Brings up Tyler Monroe. Monroe batting .169 on the season. 70 at bats. Played a little second, played a little third. We haven't pitched a few times this year. Lefty versus lefty matchup here. And that's the first time that Ernst hasn't thrown a first ball strike to a batter this inning. He's gone ahead of everybody except for Monroe. Outfield about halfway out. A little deeper and right. Slider misses inside. 2-0 to Monroe. Busters with one run in on 2 hits this inning. Cafferty stands on second base. You got Jack Hammond on first base. The RBI a moment ago. That pitch is in there for a strike. Monroe can reach. Carson Cahoy would be up next. Should be anyways. There's only 1 out. Chance to get some back, and you've got to do it before this thing gets completely out of hand. It's 7-1 right now in the third. Got to get some runs while you've got opportunities. Busters left 3 on in the second inning. 3-1 here to Tyler Monroe. Carson Cahoy on the on-deck circle. Connor Feeney in the hole. Ernst comes set and delivers. That one foul off third base side now to play. We'll do 3-2. So yeah, plenty of chances for you to see the Busters in July. It's the next chance you have. The third, doubleheader on the 4th, and then they're on the road. A day off and on the road. 1 home game on the 8th, and then a bunch from the 12th to the 18th. You see Casper Horseheads, and you see Sioux Falls in that series. That one deep to center. Greer gives it a chase, and wow, he makes the catch. I'm not sure how he caught that. All the runners tag up, and nobody able to score on that thing. Boy, Greer really tracked that thing down. His GPS was right on top of that thing. And that was a tough catch. And what's the little disarray here on the field? I don't know. If they thought that he didn't tag, somebody didn't tag second base or something. Second baseman signaling for the ball. I think maybe they thought somebody didn't tag second base, but weren't able to get a run on that thing. It was hit really far. It's 408 to center. That thing was probably hit close to, I don't know, 370 or something. It was a Now they're going to tag the runner. And they call him out. So apparently, somebody didn't tag second base. They waited this whole time. You think the runner just would have went back and tagged second. So that's interesting. I think they said that Jack Hammond didn't touch second base. Well, I'll get that all sorted out. We'll take a break and come back. There's been some interesting plays in this whole series. I'll tell you that right now. Here's a word from Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience. A place where you'll meet artists, shopkeepers, and storytellers while you stroll through downtown shops, beautiful parks, and historic housing districts. Whether you're a traveler, meeting planner, or a new resident, the Adams County Visitors Bureau is excited to help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Get details at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
Well, what a peculiar way to end an inning. You just get something going, and J.T. Cafferty left second base early. They said he didn't tag up or something, and he left early, and so they threw back to second to get him out, and that ended the inning. So, very odd play there as a fly out. Busters did have 2 hits that inning, and were able to put a run on the board, but leave one stranded. 7-1. It's just, again, plays like that where you're hurting yourself. They hurt themselves a bunch in game 1. That's just baseball fundamentals. You wait and see. And the ball was hit pretty deep, and it didn't look like Rivers was going to get to it, but he did. And you got to wait on that and see. Popped up first base side. Cafferty had a chance to make up for it here. Does catch it in foul ground, backstepping. That's a tough play. But he gets the out of Greer. 1 down. So Bo Brewer comes up. Brewer, 1 of 2 today. About 500 here. And Horton's still out there. Had somebody going last inning, and they sat him down, so right now it's his game. Working quickly. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Bo Brewer. Oh, and well outside. It's 2-1. Brewer, first baseman. Paris Junior College. For him to probably play at a bigger university, he keeps up this batting 500 stuff. Here's the 2-1. Hit the short. Dawson on the hop. Double clutches over to first. Easy play. And it's 2 down. So it'd be nice to have a 1-2-3 inning. Busters haven't had one. They get close in the first inning. They gave up a walk, and then Will Horton pitched his way out of it. Things fell apart in the second inning, and not much better in the third. So it brings up Drew Miller, the DH. Lefty versus lefty matchup here. And that one inside. I was happy to, those of you who don't know, I'm wearing my Padre garb today. I'm a big San Diego Padre fan. That's where I grew up at. Anyways, good to see my Padres sweep the Dodgers last night. I got home just in time to watch the last couple outs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Giants still leading the National League West, which I can't figure out how. I can name 3 guys in that team, but they're playing really well. Here's the 1-1. That one upstairs, extremely high. 2-1 here. Horton. I think you probably just want him to try to finish off this inning if you can. Curveball falls right in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Drew Miller, if he should reach. Chase Keaton due up next. 2 outs. 7-1, top 4. Source Valley leading. And that one high as well. 3-2 now. So Horton will make a really good pitch, and the next pitch, not great. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Wants a new sign, shakes it off. Does get the one he likes. Comes set and delivers. And Ooh. That one hit off of his hand and the bat at the same time. So it's a foul ball. That's a tough break for the batter. It's a good break for Hastings. Now they need to finish this guy off. 3 strikeouts for Horton, but he hasn't thrown one since the second inning. Had a foul out and a ground out this inning. Take outs any way we can get him right now. Here's the 3-2. And again, high, ball 4. Just can't seem to get that third out. Chase Keaton comes up. He's walked and struck out. Trayton Scully keeping some stats in the dugout for the Busters today. One on for Chase Keaton. Foul back over our heads. Strike 1. No other games going on in Expedition League Baseball right now. Everything else is after 6 o'clock tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. There's a Major League game going on. Yankees are up on the Royals right now in the middle of the third, 3-0 in New York. Athletics and Rangers just about to get underway. All the rest games are night games in Major League Baseball. Here is the pitch throw to first and runner back. Boy, they could really use an out like that, getting somebody off base. Any outs you can get any way you can get them is what you need to do. And desperate for outs right now, down 7-1. Here in the fourth. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. 7 runs on 7 hits for Souris Valley. 1 run on 4 hits and an error for Hastings. Trying to get out of the inning is Horton. Here's the 1-1. Again high. You've got to wonder how short his leash is, although there's nobody warming up right now. I know you go on a road trip. You really didn't use that many pitchers in the first 2 games. I think you'd have somebody warming up right now. Here's the 2-1. And in the dirt, 3-1. So, danger of walking another batter. He's already walked 3 today. Is Horton. His 4th inning of work here. And taking all the way. Ooh, that was called a strike. That looked like really high to me. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on. He will be going. That's Drew Miller over at first. Horton looking from the sign from Feeney. Gets one he likes. And payoff pitch coming up. Runner does go down third base. Ian Riley on the in-between hop. Over to first, and they get him. They leave 1 on base. So 1 runner on, no hits, no errors, and no hits that inning. I think I said that. Anyways, coming back, Sodbusters bottom 4. They trail by 6, 7-1. We'll take a word now from Sam's Club.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale.
Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Well, Will Horton gave up a walk, but was able to get out of it. And Buster's got a lot of work to do. Down by 6, 7-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Josh Salmon along with you, voice of Sodbuster Baseball. Nate Miller to my right running the cameras as your wind's blowing in from left field to center field here. And Carson Cahoy will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Cahoy, Feeney, and Rocha scheduled up for Hastings. Base runners are needed. Help wanted on the base paths. Swung on and missed on the Pitch is Carson Cahoy down 0-1. So Ernst comes out throwing strikes. You got to give him that. Got a little bit of trouble last inning. Only give up the 1 run, though. Busters had something going in the second. Left 3 on base, though. Weren't able to capitalize. Nobody going in the bullpen for Souris Valley. 1-1 here to Carson Cahoy. That one hit on the screws to left field, but right at the left fielder who was playing very shallow was Schwabe. And there's 1 down. This team plays very shallow in the outfield. Otherwise, it would have been an easy single. It's one of those things. Fly out to left field for Cahoy. Brings up Connor Feeney. Got his first sodbuster hit in the second inning. And a little Dobie Gray walk-up music for him. Interesting choice. It's a good song. That one fouled back. Batters get to choose their own walk-up songs. Pretty cool. We didn't have walk-up songs in Legion baseball. That's when I played. Just like, you're lucky if you got your name said. Cooper at short, over to first, and makes the play. 2 down, excuse me. So ground out to shortstop for Feeney. Jackson Rocha. Rocha still looking for his first hit as a sodbuster. He walked last time up. Takes strike 1. Rocha getting the start. The 0-1 coming up here from Ernst. Oof. Got him on the off-speed pitch on that thing. That thing just rolled off the table. Strike 2. Rocha adjusts the batting gloves, walks around the circle there. Usually there's games, if there's a game at noon in the summertime here at Duncan Field, it's a Legion game going on. I think they play later tonight. There's a doubleheader tonight, Nate tells me. So it's odd for us to have the game before them. I appreciate you hanging out with me here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Ernst's pitch hit the short. Cooper. Ooh, tough hop on him. Nice play over to first and 1 big motion. That took a really tough hop on the shortstop, but he made a nice play to retire the speedy Rocha. And Busters go in order here in the 4th. It's still 7-1 Souris Valley. They'll be up in the 5th. This is Sod Buster Baseball from Duncan Field.
Time out. Smith, we only need 1 more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Ruts Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now. I have enough for 1 more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit rutsheatingandair.com.
My husband and I love to live in Nebraska.
It's the good life.
We always vacation here.
Love those Nebraska state parks.
We love to eat here.
Where are you going to get a better steak?
And we love to play here, especially Nebraska Pick 5 from the Nebraska Lottery. It has a $50,000 starting jackpot, drawing 7 days a week, and all the proceeds go back to our state.
Hey, honey, this weekend, let's buy some Nebraska Pick 5 tickets, go to a state park, and grill some steaks.
Like our first date.
I'm no amateur.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. As Buster's not able to get anything going there in the 5th inning. Josh Salmon back with you here. Nate Miller to my right running your cameras. And Souris Valley, chance to add to their lead here. 7-1 they're up. It'll be Bowling, Justice, and Schaefer due up here in the 5th. Dalton Bowling, the 3rd baseman, is up. Will Horton back out there once again. Still nobody going in the bullpen. He did have a pretty good inning last inning, just giving up the 1 walk, but did that in the first 2, and then things fell apart in the second. So we'll see what Bowling can do here, if anything. Takes first pitch inside for a ball. 1 for 2 is Bowling. Single and a fly out. So it's a 2 balls and 1 strike count here. That one popped up really high. Cafferty gives it a chase by the dugout, and wow, he catches it. Nice play right in front of the net. There were some players over there and everything. That's a tough play. Good job, JT Cafferty. Even the other players are clapping for him because they were standing there trying to confuse him and yell at him and stuff to make him drop it. Good focus. He's running out of real estate. So a foul out, and Dalton Bowling is now 1 of 3. Brings up Taylor Justice, the catcher. He's got 2 hits. 2 guys on the Source Valley team with 2 hits. He's got 2, and Cooper, the 9th place hitter, has 2. If you would have asked me that at the beginning of the game, I would have said it would have been Schwabe and Brewer. They have 2 hits combined. 1-0 here to the catcher, Taylor Justice. That thing's a shot to center field. That thing is way back there. And Cahoy makes the catch. Nice grab. 408 to dead center. That thing probably went about 395. If he would have hit it down left or right field, that thing would have been out of here. It was tagged it. But looks like nothing more than a flyout on the scorecard. So Jaden Schaefer comes up to bat. Schaefer, the second baseman, hit by a pitch, grounded out to second base. So Horton looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. Desperately needed, but Buster's got to get the bats going as well. Crawl back in this thing. 2-0 here to Schaefer. Jayden, Jaden Schaefer. Ooh, that one inside. Just misses him. Almost hit him. 3-0. After getting the first 2 outs, Horton walks the batter on 4 straight pitches. So the fans are turning on him a little bit as they walk the beer batter again. Well, he hit him once. 4 walks in the game here for Will Horton. And it brings up Justin Cooper, the shortstop, made a couple good plays last inning. He has 2 hits in the game. We have Leif Holtein doing the pay announcing today. Throws in some nicknames every once in a while, too, which he's having a good time over there. Doing a good job for us. Trip out to the mound here for Luke Bay, and probably going to make a change here. This is his second trip. And looks like we are going to see a pitching change. So the day is done for Will Horton after the runner comes on base. So a new pitcher coming in, and we'll find out some details on that here in a little bit. This is Sodbuster Baseball. We'll take a word from Graham Tire.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey you, your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
Busters go to the bullpen and insert Jacob Schroeder, Hastings native, goes to Washburn College. Night for Will Horton is done, and it's been a tough night at the office for him. 4 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Hit batsman, and he's responsible for the runner standing on first base in Jaden Schaefer. So Justin Cooper comes up. He's got 2 hits. He will go against the 6'5" Jake Schroeder. Take a look at the scores in Major League Baseball. Only other game going on. The Yankees now lead 4-0 at home over the Royals. Athletics up 1-0 on Rangers. Boy, they're playing some good ball as well, that Athletic team. That's again one of those teams you look at the roster and you're like, I've heard of like 3 of these guys. And they do it every year. It's pretty crazy. Royals have been kind of on and off this year. They'll have a really good 4-game series, and then they won't play good for the next series. I did vote for Salvador Perez for catcher this year. I think he does deserve to go for the All-Star game. He's had a really good season. Voted for him this morning. So runner standing on first here. Buster's home back on July 3rd. Head out to to Sioux Falls, South Dakota for the next 3 days. Then off Monday, and then back to Fremont to wrap up July and wrap up June, start July. And then back here on the 3rd. So Schroeder in there. From Hastings. He will face shortstop Justin Cooper. Cooper, 2 for 2 in the game. Your 9th place hitter, batting .389. Pitch on the way. Misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Have some fun here at the ballpark on the PA system and stuff. You got it when you're down by 6. Have it in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Legion baseball doubleheader coming up later after we're done. Here's the 1-1 from Schroeder on a relief. Throws over to first just to check on the runner. Jaden Schaefer goes back to the bag. Wind is shifted now, blowing from left to right field. Outfield playing relatively deep. For Justin Cooper. Schroeder taking a long time to get the sign he likes. Back up the middle, and the 3rd hit for Cooper. Already batting .389. 3 hits on the day for your 9th place hitter. They have Bo Brewer, who's batting .525. He's 1 for 3. Your 9th place hitter batting .389, which is still nothing to sneeze at, but he's got 3 hits. And again, the Busters just can't get that 3rd out. How many times this year I've seen go right for the first 2 batters and then just can't finish out the inning. And I'm not sure how to fix that. So back to top of the order, Caden Schwabe. He's 1 for 2. Flew out his last time up, singled, walked. 2 runners on for him. Schroeder's got to get through this batter. The 1-0 coming up from Schroeder on relief of Will Horton, and that one is up high. 2-0. Horton responsible for the runner at second, Schaefer. Runner at first is Cooper. That is Schroeder's responsibility. Overcast day. Clouds have cleared off a little bit here. And they turned the lights off, actually. Started off to look like it was going to rain, and then it didn't. Slider misses. It's 3-0 here, so Schroeder having a hard time finding the strike zone right now. Had a 1-1 count on Cooper and gave a hit up the middle. 3-0 count here to Schwabe. Doesn't get any easier. You got Greer and Brewer coming up next, so this is an important at-bat. You want to get him out. Ground ball or something. Right down Burlington Avenue. Down the middle, 3 balls and 1 strike. Thanks for watching on YouTube, listening on Mixler Radio. Josh Salmon with you, voice of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Got to meet one of the listeners yesterday. He comes to the games and even listens as he's sitting in the stands, which is pretty cool. I think there'd be a delay on that. Pop up, center field, Cahoy over. Rocha going to make the catch and fly out to left field, and they leave 2 on. So Schroeder gets him out of it. So 2 left on base, 1 hit, and no extra runs. It's still 7-1. Source Valley with the lead. Busters coming back here in the bottom of the 5th. Take a word from 5 Points Bank.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your banking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Insides Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
Trevor Ernst back out there for his fifth inning of work here for Source Valley. Why not? He's pitched a pretty good game. Josh Salmon back with you. Nate Miller to my right as Source Valley leads 7-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. And Ernst has pitched 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned and walked 3. He's only struck out 1 batter. So you can't be mad about the lack of strikeouts, but just leaving guys on base. Busters have left 4 on base thus far in the game. It'll be 9-1-2 here for Hastings. Ian Riley, Cole Dawson, Trayton Kozel comes up. Riley shows bunt, pulls back, ball outside. Ian Riley playing third base. Gets the start. Cloud County Community College. 2-0 here. Nobody going in the bullpen for Source Valley. There are some guys walking around down there. But they used 6 pitchers in last night's second game, so they like Ernst to go as far as he can, and he's done a good job in this one. Going in there, taking all the way as a strike. Ian Riley, Cole Dawson due up next. He scored the only run for the Sodbusters in the game thus far. Swung on and missed on that one. Got him on the changeup. 2-2. Pitch coming up here. And, ooh, that almost hit him inside. So 3-2 here to Ian Riley. Thursday baseball at noon. If you're just tuning in, you're like, wait a minute, what are they doing on so early? Well, had the doubleheader yesterday at noon, and these guys want to hit the road. They have a 10.5-hour bus ride. And changeup gets him again. Nice pitch there by Ernst. He gets his second strikeout of the day. 1 down here for Hastings in the 5th. Cole Dawson steps in the box. So the fans that are here are loud. Bunt, puts that bunt down. He is a master bunter. That thing rolls right down the third base line and just stops. No chance to get him. That's a beautiful play. I love when that guy drops the bunt down. Leaves you with your pants down. Totally. Had not expecting it. Third baseman ran over there bowling, and he just waited for it to stop rolling, and it did stop rolling, and it stopped rolling fair about 6 inches from the line. He has done that a few times this year, and it's paid off almost every single time. And most of the time it's his own call, not the coach's. Wagner's fine with that. So 1 on here, 1 out for Trayton Kozel. And misses outside. Ball and a strike. Perfect time to lay down the bunt. I mean, you're down by 6. If it doesn't work, well, it doesn't work. But the infield is playing back, and you've got some pretty good wheels. You need base runners. That's just smart baseball right there for Cole Dawson. The 1-ball pitch coming up. Foul. Brewer grabs it over by the first baseline. No other games going on. It's exhibition baseball. It is 4-0 Yankees on Royals right now in Major League. All the other Expedition League games tonight. 6:05, 6:35, 7:05. And that one misses inside. Fireworks went on sale here in Nebraska today, so I'm expecting my neighbors to be shooting them off till all hours of night. To me, it amazes me sometimes how much people spend on fireworks. You know, they complain about gas prices, then they blow $400 on fireworks. 2-1. Pitch over to first, runner back. Say, hey, I'm keeping an eye on you, Dawson. Cole will take off occasionally over there. Diving back this time, no throw by Ernst. Saying I'm letting you know. He only has 2 stolen bases. Does have a really big lead over first, though, right now. Being held on by Brewer. Not going. And the pitch fouled back. So Trayton Kozel staying alive up there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our next broadcast July 3rd. as Spearfish Sasquatch are in town. The 2-2 hit to second. This could be two. Over to second and back to first. So they get him, and he is going to be safe. I think that was the right call. It was the fielder's choice. Coles will beat it out. He runs pretty well. But they do get Dawson going to, as Schaefer tossed it over to Cooper. Cooper's relay throw wasn't quite as fast. So J.T. Cafferty, he's flown out, hit the fielder's choice. 2 outs, 1 on here. Basically, Kozel and Dawson change places at first base. Good lead for Kozel. Ernst comes set and goes to the plate. Swung on and missed. Doing a good job this inning of mixing up his pitches, is Ernst. Putting that fastball and that changeup. Really changes speeds on those pretty nicely. 7-1, Source Valley with the lead, bottom 5. Kozel with a good lead off first, being held on by Brewer. And fouled off on the first base side. The ball's 2 strikes. So we'll do this again here. Here is the pitch coming up from Ernst. Swung on and missed. Got him on that one. And a strikeout. It's only 3 strikeouts for Ernst, and the Busters leave 1 on base. So they had the bunt single, but that was it. Weren't able to do anything else at the end of 5. It is 7-1 at Source Valley. This is Sodbuster Baseball. And we'll take a word here from, we have Adams County Visitors Bureau. Where did my Adams County Visitors Bureau go? Sorry, my computer is being weird here. And there it is. Okay.
Place with historic housing districts, beautiful parks, and strolling through downtown shops. No, it isn't a fairy tale. It's Hastings, Nebraska. The Adams County Visitors Bureau invites you to experience Hastings. From bird watching to the Aqua Court Water Park to taking in a Sodbusters baseball game at historic Duncan Field. It all starts with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. What would a visit be without great eats? Hastings has plenty for all cravings. Start exploring at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
7-1 our score. Source Valley leads. It's top of the 6th inning. They had a chance to add some more. Jake Schroeder back out there on the hill. Josh Salmon back with you here from Duncan Field. Take a look at Drake Schroeder here. Some numbers on him. He goes to, obviously, he's from Hastings, Nebraska. And some numbers on him. In 2001, sat out the season as a redshirt, named the MIAA Academic Honor Roll. That one, Greer hits first pitch to second base, and quickly there's 1 out. Alan Greer grounds out. He's 0 for 4. So brings up Bill Brewer. Jake is the son of Troy and Leslie Schroeder. His one sister, Janessa, is majoring in finance. 6'5", 195 is Jake. A 3-year varsity member of Hastings High School baseball team has helped the Tigers to a combined 49-21 record. Strike there to Bo Brewer. Received an All-State honorable mention nod as a junior. Earned a place on the conference All-Academic team as a sophomore. There's the 0-1. Nice changeup. Oof. Didn't get the call on that one. 1-1. Played 3 seasons of football and 4 of basketball. His junior basketball season was an All-Star honorable mention by both Lincoln Journal-Star and Omaha World Herald newspapers. 2-1 here to Bill Brewer. Also being named to the Greater Nebraska Athletic Conference All-Conference Team and Academic Team. 3-1 now. As he finished 3rd in rebounding and 10th in field goal percentage in all Nebraska Class B. That's all in basketball stuff. So 6'5", you'd figure he'd probably play basketball. And ball 4. So throws the initial strike and then walks him on 4 straight to Brewer. And if you're going to have Brewer on base, that's the way you'd rather have him on via the walk than a hit, because he hits a ton. So Drew Miller comes up. 1 out, 1 on here. For Souris Valley, they lead 7-1. They scored 5 in the second, 2 in the third, and haven't scored since. Brewer inching off of first, being held on. Pitch outside for a ball. And Brewer will steal bases. He's got 12. This team likes to run a lot. Throw over to first, runner back. Pretty good throw for Schroeder. As Brewer standing over first base, his OPS is 1.204. His on-base percentage is .580. The average is a little low, that 525 coming into today. Fouled off by Miller. Count goes to 1-1. Brewer has 1 home run in the season, 40 RBIs, and 7 doubles coming into today. He stands over first base. Here's the 1-1 coming up to Drew Miller, the DH. Walked once, otherwise 0 for 2. Fouls that one off first base side. Goes to 1-2. Jake Schroeder's pitch. Jake, a very nice young man. Get a chance to talk with him. Brewer leading off first, being held on over there by Cafferty. And runner goes. That one hits to second base. Over to first. Nice play there by Tyler Monroe to get the out. Brewer was on the run anyways, so it won't go as a stolen base. So it brings up Chase Keaton. The hit and run was on. 0 for 3 is Miller. You look at the first 4 batters in Schwabe, Greer, Brewer, and Miller, and they have 3 hits combined of the 8 hits. It's all the bottom of the order today. It's doing all the damage. Nice changeup on that one. Had him about swinging out of his shoes. Chase Keaton, strike 1. Schroeder's got a good off-speed pitch going this inning. You have Dalton Bowling, Taylor Justice, Jaden Schaefer, and Justin Cooper. And they have 6 hits combined. The bottom 4 guys in the order. Chase Keaton right in the middle of that. Middle guy, he has no hits. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He's up right now. So the bottom half of the order doing the damage. Busters have spread out their 4 hits. So Jack Hammond has 2 of them. The 0-1 from Schroeder upstairs. Schroeder's the name of the little kid that plays the piano on the Peanuts cartoons. For the longest time, I thought that kid's name was Beethoven. I don't know why, just because he played Beethoven stuff. But Schroeder's his name. 1 button, and Jake looks nothing like him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Checks his runner, Brewer on second. He walked, advanced over to second a moment ago on a ground out. It's 1-2 now to Chase Keaton. 2 outs. Souris Valley leads 7-1. Top of the 6th. Josh Salmon with you from Duncan Field. And blowing from left to right. Outfield playing about normal depth. Infield back as well. Here's the pitch to Keaton, and woof, breaks at the last second. He thought it was going to hit him, and then it had some really good break on it. I don't think it would have hit him. It just fooled him, but pitch called a ball. That was nasty. Schroeder wanted that one. It had a late break, and Keaton buckled, and it buckled right after that. So it wasn't going to hit him. It was just a late breaking pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Runner on second base. Schroeder kicks. Reaches out and grabs that one to center field. Cahoy runs back to his left and makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Nice job. Carson covers a lot of ground out there as they fly out to center field. And he gets out of the damage. Good pitching there by Jake Schroeder. They have the walk and leave the 1 runner on base. So they still lead 7-1 here at the end of 5.5. Busters coming up bottom of the 6th. Sodbuster baseball from Duncan Field.
It's hot. Can we get some popsicles? A lot of popsicles.
Okay, sure.
Let's go to Sam's Club. We can get some popsicles there. Plus, check out the pools on sale.
Didn't Dad want to barbecue tonight?
With all those popsicles, we should get some paper towels, too.
Good idea, Mom.
I'll grab some chips. Sam's Club has something for every season.
Sam's Club, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Stop by before or after the game. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back, Duncan Field. Josh Salmon with you, Nate Miller to my right. And, you know, when I originally I was told the doubleheader was going to be on Thursday, I told my full-time job, hey, I'm going to take Thursday off. I'm working Saturday anyways. But then it turns out it's a noon game, so it's really good that I got Thursday off. I wish Steve Stein could join me today, but he couldn't get the day off. So that's the way it goes sometimes. And 7-1, Source Valley with the lead. For the Busters, due up this inning, it'll be Jack Hammond, Tyler Moore, and Carson Gahoy, your 4, 5, 6 hitters. Running out of outs, looking to get some base runners going here in the 6th inning. We do play 9 today, as we played 2 7-inning games yesterday. Ernst's still back out there. Why not? He's been pitching a pretty good game for Source Valley. So here's Jack Hammond. He's got 2 hits on the day today. 250 batting average for Jack. As the only RBI in the game for Hastings. And the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Trevor Ernst gets him to swing and miss on that one. Ernst did a good job mixing up his pitches and speeds last inning. It was tough at bats. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom 6, Busters trail. They scored 1 in the 3rd, and that's a lone run on 5 hits. And floats upstairs. They left 5 runners on base in the game. 2-1 here to Jack Hammond. Source Valley has scored 7 runs on 8 hits. And they have left 6 on base. Here's the 2-1, and that one in there for a strike. Late movement on that one. Almost looked like a cutter. He's trying some new stuff out there. I don't know. Rubber game of the 3-game series. Source Valley won game number 1 yesterday. The early game 7-2. Busters won the 2nd game, and it's a fun game as they drew a bunch of walks and scored some runs. 10-8, and now Source Valley leading this one 7-1. Here's the 3-2 offering from Ernst. And foul off. He swung at ball 4. Hammond did. That pitch was outside and high. Fouls it straight back. So it just comes back to plate discipline there. Don't help a guy out. Jack knew it as soon as he hit it. So we'll do the 3-2 once again here. Hammond pretty much does the DH. Played a little bit of, I think you saw him play first base once this season. And gets him on the low fastball. Another strikeout there. That's 4 on the day for Ernst. Brings up Tyler Monroe. So Monroe 0 for 2 in the game. He has flown out and lined into that double play at first base. Takes strike 1. Carson Gahoy due up next. Trevor Ernst putting on a good performance here for Source Valley. Strike 2 called. Monroe didn't like the call. Didn't look too bad from up here. Yeah, I think the Source Valley uniforms do look like the vintage Cardinal uniforms from the 80s, the blue and red. They have the red hats. Right center field, that's going to fall for a hit. That's at least 1. Getting into it quickly is Greer, and he will get it back in. So that is a single, just right out there in the gap. Nice swing and nice hit there by Tyler Monroe, down 0-2 in the count. He had to come back and poke a single into right center field. So Carson Gahoy comes up. Surprised that Omar Jackson wasn't in the lineup today, but maybe giving him the day off. 1 on, 1 out for the Busters. They trail 7-1. Throw down the first, runner back. It wasn't a bad throw, but Brewer wasn't standing in the best place to catch it. Justice keeps an eye on his runners down there. Monroe not a huge base running threat. He will go occasionally. Probably not going to steal anywhere in this situation. We need base runners as you can get him. Strike there to Cahoy. It's 3 stolen bases on the season for Monroe. That's actually second place on the team. Trevor Matson leads the team, which is interesting. Take that back. Omar Jackson has 9. He leads the team. I was going to say that couldn't be right because Jackson had 3 yesterday. 2 in 1 game. 1 and 2 here to Carson Cahoy. Connor Feeney due up next. Busters trailing 7-6, bottom 6. Duncan Field. Sun's starting to pop out. They did put the lights back on. It was very overcast and dark when the game started. And we got 76 degrees right now with winds at 14 miles per hour coming out of the northeast. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tyler Monroe leads off at first. Good lead for him. Ernst gives him a look. Lefty comes set and pitches to Cahoy. Cahoy, little chopper foul behind the catcher. Perhaps swung at ball 3. So Feeney on the on-deck circle. Jackson Rocha in the hole. Busters in desperate need for some runs. Scored 1 in the 3rd and haven't done much since. They've had some hits, but haven't been able to get anybody across. So one guy I missed on that one. 2-2. Carson Cahoy in the off-speed pitch. Ernst has a really nice off-speed pitch he's been throwing very effectively in the last couple innings. Trevor Ernst gets a sign from his catcher, Justice, and foul off first base side out of play. That thing hit over by the opposing team's bullpen, way over there in the corner of Duncan Field. If you look at the program, when you come get one next time at a game, there's a picture from the 60s or 1961, I think it is, of Duncan Field. And you look at it, and it looks a lot different from the air. Didn't have a lot of, obviously, the nice seating. The parking's in about the same place, but they park close to the railroad track, too. That thing hit a mile and a ton to left field, but just really high and making the catch out there. Boy, he hit that thing on the screws, but it was just hit really, really high. And that's just a long fly ball out. So for 2 is Carson Cahoy. Brings up Connor Feeney. Got his first hit as a Sodbuster back in the 2nd. He grounded out to shortstop his last time up. I'm Josh Salmon. Nate Miller to my right running the cameras. Steve Stein not with us today in the broadcast. This is an early game. Monroe leads off of first. Throw down the first, runner back. Justice paying a lot of attention to Monroe over there. I think the last time the Busters even had a runner on third base, I think it was back in the 3rd inning. He stranded 1 that inning, stranded 3 in the 2nd inning. Here's the 1-0 from Ernst. Down third base line, and that slice is foul. So Connor will do it again. Where's the number 32? Took over the number for Seth Claiborne. Not on the team anymore. A couple other new guys coming as well. Connor joined the team yesterday. We got some guys. They're going to go to UCSD, which is in San Diego. I want to talk to them. I'm from San Diego originally, so they'll be joining the team here on the next road trip. The 1-1 offering is low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. I think for the most part, the balls and strikes in this series have been pretty good. The umpiring. Very tight, small strike zone last night, but it worked out to Busters a win, and they just played well to earn the win too. But that one called a high strike. He's been calling that one a little bit today as well. Connor Feeney says, is that the top of the zone? Because he wondered about that too. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Down 7-1 of the Busters. Runner on first here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one almost gets away from the catcher. Nice stop there by Justice. It goes to 3-2. So Connor Feeney gets it to a full count. Monroe singled after Hammond struck out to lead off the inning. Carson Goy had a long fly ball to left field a little bit ago, and it's 3-2 here to Connor Feeney, the catcher. Runner goes, and it's ball 4. So a walk here, Ernst. That's pretty much the only blemish on his record today is the 4 walks. Pitched himself a good game otherwise. And it brings up Jackson Rocha. Take a look at Major League scores. Yankees still up 4-1 now in the Royals at Yankee Stadium. Bottom of the 5th. Athletics lead 3-1 at Texas Rangers. Ernst's first pitch misses for a ball. Ernst. One ball, no strike to Rocha, Jackson Rocha. It looks like Roca, the way it's spelled, but it's pronounced Rocha. I said it wrong when he first came up. 2 balls, no strikes here. Rocha getting the start in left field tonight. Still no hits as a sodbuster. Pitch on the way from Ernst, and I went in there for a strike. And Rocha's had 18, this is his 18th at bat as a sodbuster, looking for his first hit. Why not get it now? 2 on, 2 out, the 2-1 offering. Right center field, and he did. There it is, right there. First hit as a sodbuster. Bases loaded. Just poked it into right field in the gap between first and second. Nice piece of hitting there, Jackson Rocha. So gets that monkey off his back. Gets a high five from his first base coach. 2 hits this inning for the Busters. And a walk, bases loaded. Now there's some bodies moving around the bullpen for Souris Valley. As Ernst, showing that he is human, brings up Ian Riley. Ian is grounded out to first and struck out. And the manager going to take the long walk out here just to get somebody going. I don't think there's been anybody throwing yet, so no pitching change yet. Brewer going to come over and talk as well. So having a little meeting on the mound there and having a meeting at home plate as well for the Busters. Heading to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I was just in South Dakota with my family last week. We didn't go to Sioux Falls, but it's not a horrible bus drive. And it's supposed to be a pretty nice stadium up there for the Sioux Falls Sunfish expansion team. They were going to start their season last year, but due to COVID, they decided to wait. And it's paid off pretty good this year for them. So they'll host 3 games this weekend against Hastings, and then off on Monday. Our traditional Mondays off. We've had pretty much most of the season. And then head to Fremont again on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Off Friday, back here for Speederfish Sasquatch Saturday, and the doubleheader on Sunday. Stay tuned to our Facebook and Twitter pages for times on that doubleheader. Bases loaded here for Ian Riley. Swung on and missed on that changeup. He's had a really good off-speed pitch here today. Riley's due at 104 on the season. Lefty versus lefty. There is 2 outs. Busters tend to get rallies going at 2 outs. They just need to capitalize on it here. And again, the off-speed pitch. This one a little more outside and gets him. That one looked more like a slider. First one looked like a changeup. So you got Monroe standing at third. He singled. Connor Feeney walked. He's on second. Rocha singled with his first hit as a sodbuster a moment ago. He stands on first. The no ball, 2-strike pitch outside. Bounces away from Justice, but not too far for the runners to advance. 1-2 here. There is a righty warming up very slowly in the bullpen for Souris Valley. Maybe the last thing for Ernst. They used 6 pitchers, though, last night, and he's done a really good job to this point. He has given up 7 hits. The Busters aren't able to get that clutch hit. Only with the 1 run on the board. This could be it here. Here's the 1-2. And laying off of that one way up high. 2-2. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3 runners on. Bottom of the 6th. Busters trails 7-1. Hastings open for that clutch hit. Outfield playing shallow and right. A little deeper in center and even deeper yet in left for the left-handed batter. And outside corner, strike 3 called. I don't necessarily agree with that one myself either, and neither does Ian Riley. Caught looking, and 3 more left on base for Hastings. 8 left on base in the game. They stranded another 3, not able to get the clutch hit. And so at the end of 6, it's 7-1. Souris Valley Sodbusters baseball from Duncan Field, brought to you by Ruts Automotive. Or Heating and Cooling, I'm sorry.
Timeout. Smith, we only need 1 more out. Do you think you have enough energy?
I'm exhausted and it's hot out here. I'm thinking about enjoying that nice, cool air conditioning I have at home.
Oh yeah, you've talked about Ruts Heating and AC, the #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska for over 45 years.
Yeah, now. I have enough for 1 more batter, Coach.
Smith, go finish this thing so we can all go home and cool off. Visit rutsheatingandair.com.
My husband and I love to live in Nebraska.
It's the good life.
We always vacation here.
Love those Nebraska state parks.
We love to eat here.
Where are you going to get a better steak?
And we love to play here, especially Nebraska Pick 5 from the Nebraska Lottery. It has a $50,000 starting jackpot, drawing 7 days a week, and all the proceeds go back to our state.
Hey, honey, this weekend, let's buy some Nebraska Pick 5 tickets, go to a state park, and grill some steaks.
Like our first date.
I'm no amateur.
Top prize odds 1 in 501,000.
Again, a missed opportunity by Hastings bats on a called third strike. He could have gone either way. I think it was a little outside myself, but nonetheless, it's probably a situation he shouldn't have been in, as should have got to 3 strikes, as he let one of them go by earlier, and they leave another 3 runners on base. 8 left on base here for the Sodbusters here in this one. Josh Salmon back with you, voice of Sawbuster Baseball for season number 2. Appreciate them having me back this year. I got to do the COVID season last year and full season this year. Love announcing baseball. Fun to do. If you'd like to advertise on the broadcast, get a hold of me, salmonsaysmedia@gmail.com. And you can also send out a Facebook message on my Facebook page for Salmon Says Media. Get you on the broadcast here. Thanks to our sponsors who do sponsor the broadcast. If you want to sponsor the pregame show or a specific element like the pitching changes or something like that, let us know. You can still get in on that, as we still have about half the season left. Right? If you count the home games, there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 home games left here in the season. So, yeah, right at halfway through the season. Chance for you to advertise on those as well. Post-game show, pre-game show, player of the game. You could do pitching change, any of those. Coming up here from Souris Valley, Bowling, Justice, and Schaefer. Due up, pitch on the way here from Schroeder, outside for ball 1. Schroeder came on in the 5th inning, has been on ever since. Only walked a batter, otherwise gave him up 1 hit, done pretty well. Out of the bullpen, got some situations, but got out of them. 2-0 pitch coming up here from Jake Schroeder. That one popped up and slicing out of play here at Duncan Field, and it goes 2-1. Doing some trivia at the ballpark here today. Why not? Have some fun. Here's the 2-1 offering from Schroeder. Foul off again, almost the same place, by Dalton Bowling. Bowling, right-handed batter. A lot of lefties in the batting order for Souris Valley today. So we'll go to 2-2 now. Bowling fouls that one off again, using a lot of baseballs this at bat. Lots of kids getting their exercise here today on Thursday Baseball. Happy to have you aboard on YouTube or on Mixler Radio, both on the internet. Every home game you'll find is here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one hit out to right center field. That's going to be a hard one to catch. It's going to fall in the gap, and that'll be a 2-bagger at least for Dalton, as Colesville gets it in quickly. So found the power alley and just rolled it right down there. after fouling a couple off. Pretty good at bat there. First extra base hit of the game. It belongs to Dalton Bowling, and he leads off the 7th inning. That is the third time that the Souris Valley has had the leadoff hitter on today. Taylor Justice, catcher, comes up. He's got a couple hits in the game. 2 of 3. Flew out to center his last time up, back in the 5th inning. Schroeder checks his runner and pitch outside is ball 1. Some bodies moving around the bullpen for the Busters, but nobody really warming up yet. Some people moving around over there. The 1-0 coming up from Schroeder. It's interesting to see Justin McGuigan throwing from the bullpen. The catcher throwing to another catcher. Maybe just loosening his arm is probably what he's doing. 1 ball, 1 strike to Justice. Runner stands on second base. That's Bowling for Souris Valley. They lead 7-1 here in the 7th. Inside out swing out to right field. Colesville makes it. Full extension on the run. Able to tag up and go to third, though, is Bowling. So it's a line out to right field. Nice play out there by Colesville. That could have been a tough one. He almost full extension on that one. Running to make the catch. 2 for 4 is Justice, but gets the ball to go to right, so allows Bowling to move over to third. 1 out. Brings up Schaefer, the beer batter. This crowd deserves some brewskis today. He has been hit by a pitch, he's been walked, and he's had a ground out. So they are cheering for Jaden Schaefer to get the whiff here. They throw to second base. Oh wow, he didn't tag second base either. So now they're calling him out. Dalton Bowling. So Schaefer takes the ball, or Schroeder takes the ball and tosses it underhand to second base. Now they're saying that Bowling didn't tag second base either on the catch. Didn't tag up and go. Busters got called for that earlier in the game. So base coach pleading his case with the umpire at first base. So interesting call there. Now there's 2 outs. Oh, hit off the facade and back here, almost beating somebody in the. Little guy got it. He was drinking his drink, bounced off the facade, picked up with one hand, sat back down, started drinking his drink again. No balls, 1 strike. Schroeder's off-speed pitch misses. Yeah, Busters had an inning in that way with the flyouts and a runner they said didn't tag on second on JT Cafferty, and now Bowling called for the same thing, not tagging on a second base flyout. So fundamentals here today. It's interesting that I wonder who made the call on the field this time, if it was Schroeder or if it was somebody else. He was the one that threw the ball back to first or second, just underhanded it. 2-1 here to Schaefer. Fouled off. He's bound determined to not strike out because he's the beer batter. He knows what that means. 1 strike away. These fans have sat through a long ball game. They deserve a fresh, cold one, don't you think, with the discount? 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coming up here is a pitch. Schroeder's delivery on the way. Swung on and got him. Hanging on to the ball is Feeney. Listen to this crowd. Discount on the brewskis all around. 3 outs, and Souris Valley is down here in the 7th inning stretch. This is Sod Buster Baseball from Duncan Field. Souris Valley leads 7-1. We'll be back. Just word from 5 Points Bank.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your baking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon, voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball.
inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Insides Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
All right, welcome back to Duncan Field as we have a pitching change. Night is done for Trevor Ernst. He did a good job for Souris Valley. Get your number here on the pitcher in a moment, as I can see his number. It's kind of hard to read those red numbers on a blue jersey there. Does his warm-up tosses. So pitching change on the mound. A righty this time. In. It's Cole Dawson, Colesel, and Cafferty due up here for the Busters, and that's number 10, Jared Breedwell, the right fielder of yesterday's game, is in pitching right now. So Breedwell, the second pitcher of the day for Souris Valley, and the day is done for Trevor Ernst. Cole Dawson steps in. Ernst had a good game for the Sabre Dogs. 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, but only 1 run. It was earned, 4 walks, struck out 5, and 27 batters faced. Cole Dawson up against Breedwell here. Breedwell's listed as an infield, or an other player, I guess, who's kind of a universal guy. The 1-0 coming up here from Breedwell. Maybe Busters can get something going here against the righty. They had a hard time with the lefty. They had plenty of chances today, just haven't been able to get that clutch hit. 2-0 here to Cole Dawson. Had a beautiful bunt last time up in the 5th for a base hit. Probably won't do that here. And 3-0. Breedwell, University of San Francisco. He's from Vacaville, California. And walks him on 4 straight pitches. So Busters had the leadoff hitter on here in the 7th. Cole Dawson leads off an inning. 3rd time he's been on today. 2nd time he's led off the inning. Both times walks he's been getting on. So Trayton Colesel. Colesel with a 1-for-3 day today. Cole Dawson maybe would go somewhere in the sequence. 7-1, you want base runners, but you also need to try to get somebody to second base, as you have a hard time doing that otherwise. Pitch misses, so Breedwell hasn't found the strike zone yet. So on 5 pitches, all of them have been balls to 2 batters. That one in there for a strike, right down Main Street. Colesel taken, and I had a friend that used to play that way at baseball. He was a real good hitter. He would take until they threw him a strike. However many pitches that was. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on and missed on that one. 1-2. You've got JT Cafferty standing on deck. Cole Dawson at first. Bottom of the 7th, 7-1 is our score. Souris Valley with the lead here in game number 3 of this 2-day, 3-game series. Swung on and missed. Colesel helped him out, went fishing. That pitch was way outside. And it's a strikeout. So for strikeout for Breedwell. He used 6 pitchers yesterday in the game. And Cafferty comes up. He's 0-for-3. Cole Dawson stands on first base. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Hastings put 1 on the board in the 3rd and hasn't been able to get a run across since. Several opportunities. 8 runners left on base today. That's something you look back at and you just shake your head. All the rest of the games in the Expedition League are later tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on here, and that pitch is called a strike. I thought maybe it hit the zone there. It was a late call from the umpire. A couple of Major League games going on right now. It's 4-1 Yankees over the Royals in the bottom of the 6th at Yankee Stadium. Athletics up 4-1 at Texas. And they're in the fourth inning as well. Swung on and missed, went fishing again for that one. So the off-speed pitch, these guys are having a hard time laying off of 0 for 4 is JT Cafferty and helped him out with twice swinging at bad pitches. Not disciplined bats today for the Hastings Sodbusters. So brings up Jack Hammond. He's got 2 hits. The lone buster with multiple hits today. Cole Dawson, good lead off at first, being held on. He has scored the only run of the day, hit in by Jack Hammond, who's at the plate now. A run coming back in the third inning. 2 down here, 1-0 count to the DH for the Sodbusters, and that one missed outside. I thought maybe it hit a little bit, but just missed that black strip on the outside part. Thursday day game here at Duncan. I can't remember doing a day game this early before at noon. The 2-0 on the way. That one misses, 3-0. So Souris Valley in Minot, North Dakota is where they're from. It's 642.3 mile trip home, 10.5 hours. 10 hours and 32 minutes to be exact. Here's the 3-0 coming up to Jack Hammond. I say take it. Don't swing at it, and he did. Make him throw to you. Tyler Monroe on deck if Hammond can find a way to reach. There is 2 outs. Dawson over at first. Would like to get to second base. And that one misses, and he will. So 2 walks this inning, 2 strikeouts for Breedwell. One relief of Ernst. 7th inning. So Tyler Monroe at the plate. Carson Gahoy on the on-deck circle. 2 on here, both via the walk. Boy, Souris Valley gave up 12 walks in the second game. Oh, that one clobbered to right center field, but it's going to hang up there a while. Is Greer going to be able to get that thing? No, it falls. That's going to be extra bases for Monroe. He is thinking 3. Here's 1 run in. Throw to third. He is safe. That's a triple for Tyler Monroe. He clobbered that thing to right center field. I thought maybe it was going to hang up there long enough for Greer, who runs really well, to get over there in center field, but he didn't. It fell. That thing probably hit about 385 to the power alley. Right on the screws. And 2 runs in here for Tyler Monroe and for the Sodbusters. Nice RBIs as both Cole Dawson and Jack Hammond come around to score. The 2 RBIs for Monroe. And only the second extra base hit of the game for either team. Foul off for Carson Cahoy. So Busters come back and put 2 up on 1 hit in this inning. Those walks come back to bite Souris Valley. You look at Tyler Monroe. That is his first triple of the season for the Sodbusters. He has 2 doubles and no home runs. Couldn't come at a better time. Again with 2 outs. Busters do more with 2 outs than any time I've seen. Most of their damage is done with 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 runs in here. Still trailing by 4, however. 7-3. 2-1 now to Carson Cahoy. Monroe stands on third after the triple. Chance to get him in as well if Carson can put it in somewhere where somebody's not. And 3-1. So another body moving around the bullpen down there for Souris Valley as Breedwell gave up a walk, struck out the next 2 batters, and walked and gave up a triple. Here's the 3-1 offering to Carson Cahoy. He hits it back up the middle, and that's going to be a single and another run score. So don't go anywhere, anybody. Single RBI there for Carson Cahoy. Run scored by Monroe. 3 runs in this inning. 2 hits for the Busters. Those 2 walks really coming back to bite Breedwell. Breedwell, the 40.30 ERA in this game. And now somebody warming up in the bullpen. Another righty, it looks like, for Souris Valley. Brings up Connor Feeney. 1 of 2 today with a walk. Gahoy runs well over at first. Anything to the gap. Throw down to first and runner back. Ooh, that was a close one. Justice has been doing that all game. That's the closest throw he's had. You don't want to get picked off. You just start getting something going. 3 runs here. Bats come alive in the bottom of the 7th for Hastings. Let's keep it going. Still down by 3. Souris Valley opened up the second inning for 5 and 2 in the 3rd, but have been held in check since. Busters held 1 in the 3rd until now, and they scored 3 here in the 7th. And that one high. It's a ball and a strike to Connor Feeney. Jackson Rocha was due up next, but we will have a... No, he's still on deck, I'm sorry. Gahoy with a good lead at first, not going. And that one called a strike. Busters did steal 7 bases in game number 2 last night. And you look at the stats, you would think that they outstole Souris Valley in bases. Souris Valley steals a ton of bases. But that's another feather in our cap on that game number 2. Here's the 1-2 offering, 2 outs. And that one misses outside to Feeney. Good eye, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dawson led off with a walk, then strikeouts to Colesville and Cafferty. Hammond walked. Tyler Monroe hit the triple, 2 RBI triple. Carson Gahoy got him in off a 3rd. 3 runs in this for the Busters. Gahoy stands on first. Here's the 2-2. And that one high. 3-2 now to Feeney. So Breedwell comes in for Ernst, who had a terrific outing and not doing so good himself here. He has thrown 28 pitches this inning. Gahoy goes, and it's ball 4. 3rd walk of the inning. Given up by Breedwell. And they're going to... Looks like they signaled the bullpen already. They have a guy warming up. They do. Very quickly, he warmed up, didn't throw very much, and Breedwell is done. This coach doesn't waste a lot of time when he does his pitching changes. He's like, all right, you're done. I mean, he doesn't make 2 trips to the mound. Usually it's 1 and you're out. And so we have a pitching change. We'll take a break and come back. Busters trying to add some more here with 2 on. Take a word from the Hastings and the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Imagine visiting a place with historic housing districts, beautiful parks, and strolling through downtown shops. No, it isn't a fairy tale. It's Hastings, Nebraska. The Adams County Visitors Bureau invites you to experience Hastings. From bird watching to the Aqua Court Water Park to taking in a Sodbusters baseball game at historic Duncan Field. It all starts with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. What would a visit be without great eats? Hastings has plenty for all cravings. Start exploring at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
All right, pitching change. And coming in now is Matt Nelson. Breedwell pitched 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And the manager said, you're out of here. That's enough for him. He doesn't waste time. Nelson didn't have a whole lot of chance to get loose, but he comes in, 3rd pitcher of the day. Matt Nelson, I'm sorry. Laguna Niguel, California, goes to Orange Coast College. Souris Valley does use a lot of pitchers. Noticed that yesterday. So Omar's coming in to pinch hit for Rocha. I think this is a good move here. No offense to Jackson Rocha, but Rocha had his first hit as a Sodbuster last time. You get the lefty-righty advantage here. You get a guy with a little bit more experience. The guy's been playing pretty well and some speed. This is a really good move here by Chandler in the chess match. So crowd chanting their Omas. Chance for Omar Jackson here to get some more runs in. Busters have 3 runs on 2 hits this inning. That's coming alive here in the 7th. You've got Carson Gahoy standing on second base. You have Connor Feeney standing on first base. So, chance for the left-handed batting. Omar Jackson. So, a microphone here. Scott Galusha is going to join me here, and he's eating a non-alcoholic smoothie, I believe.
That's correct.
All right.
Slushy.
Yep. All right, non-alcoholic slushy. Here's the pitch to Omar. Is up high from Nelson, and third pitch of the inning. But bats coming alive in the seventh. Good to see.
Yeah, 9 hits. So we had chances. We left the base loaded 3 times. Can't do it. Couple of double plays, and we just haven't got the big hit. And yet they have got a couple doinks with the bases loaded. So baseball's a funny game. I like how our guys are competing today, and we got a lot of outs left. We're gonna have a chance. Omar's a good hitter here. A single here brings us within 2, and it's anybody's ball game.
Jake Schroeder's been doing a good job of holding a very tough hitting team since he coming in on the bullpen on the mound. He's done a great job.
Nice to see him get a little bit of confidence. He started out really well for us. Last couple outings haven't gone his way. We worked on some confidence things, some athletic things with him a little bit, and it's nice to see him get a little success. He's a great kid, great sodbuster, great role model for young kids, and like to see him get success out here.
2-1 coming up here from Nelson to Omar Jackson, 2 on here. Buster's 3 runs in. And, it's amazing to me, Scott, how many times this year we've had 2-out rallies. We can't do a whole lot with less than 2 outs. But when 2 outs come, there has been numerous times.
There obviously seems to be a little bit of focus that gets a little better when with 2 outs. And I'm not sure why that is. But our guys, one thing that seems like it's the case is we're really contagious. When we have bad at-bats, those are contagious.
Yeah.
When we have good at-bats, those are contagious. And right now we're in a little bit of a good cycle. And maybe what I like the best is these people that are out here on a Friday afternoon, they're starting to have some fun. The dugout's lively a little bit, and we're just really 1 hit away.
And another walk. So comes in and picks up right where Breedwell left off with another walk and keep the line moving here for the Busters. The last 5 guys have reached base. Still 2 outs. And guess who's coming in to pinch hit? Trevor Matson. Another great move here in the chess match game for Chandler Wagner.
Trevor was not feeling well this morning, and we decided to give him the day off, but we also said if we need you, we're going to come get you. So good for him, and it's the right guy at right spot. If he can barrel one here, it's anybody's game.
No kidding. And you've got options if he doesn't feel like going back out there and fielding. You've got other guys you can play in the field, Rodriguez and some of those Stevens and those guys. So base is loaded here.
If he gets a hit here, he's going to be so fired up. You're not going to get him out of the game.
Yep.
So he'll stay in.
You'll have to take a gurney and try to get him out. Here's the 0-1 coming up from Nelson. Base is loaded, and chopper down third base line is foul. So 2 runners on base are still credited to Breedwell. Runner at first is Omar Jackson. He will be credited to the current pitcher Nelson.
Yeah. Again, our guys have done a good job at competing after we were down 7-0. We've competed and kind of hung around there, and Schroeder's given us a chance, an opportunity.
Matson, 0-2. And people don't realize how hard it is to come off the bench after you've been sitting for 7 innings, long game, and try to do something here. And, Omar did a good job, and Matson's doing it right now, fouling off pitches.
It's a tough job for sure. You got to come in there and convince yourself to be aggressive. The one thing that's nice is Trevor's an everyday guy for us, and so a day off for him is sort of an aberration where he plays a lot for us. He's played a lot of baseball, so he understands exactly what's going on. And there's not a better guy for us to pull off the bench to do this. And the one thing's nice, he's having a good at bat, win or lose, good at bat, seeing good pitches. So hopefully he can knock one through there somehow.
All right, the 1-2 offering. Matson pops it up. Probably going to end the inning here. Who's going to make the catch? Brewer doesn't see it. Second baseman calls him off. Schaefer does make the catch, and Busters leave 3 on. But 3 in this inning, and lessen the deficit as Nelson gets the outs. Scott, stick around.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back. This is Sodbuster Baseball. We'll take a word here from Sam's Club.
I'm a working mom. I don't have a lot of time for grocery shopping. That's why Sam's Club is so convenient. I can get the food my family loves, household supplies, and be on my way. My husband likes that they offer oil changes and tire services. Really saves him time. They have early hours for Plus Club members so I can beat the crowd on the weekend. Plus, Sam's Club offers free curbside pickup. Order online or in the app. Sam's Club, Grand Island.
Sam's Club, a proud partner of Sodbuster Baseball. For the best in promotional videos, custom designs, photography, websites, and more, it's Provident Promotions. You've got the business. Now make it stand out with Provident Promotions. Provident Promotions can help you design your logo, website, custom make your promotional video, and shoot just the right photo for your company or business needs to be seen everywhere. And they even offer email marketing services and social media management. Let them help you from start to finish. 111 North Burlington Avenue, Suite 110 in Hastings. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Well, Vasquez comes in. Eduardo coming out of the bullpen, and, we were just talking about him having some success. And, boy, this kid throws hard and works really hard off the field and working to get that to go on the field.
Sodbusters baseball and
would be unfair to the term. He's unbelievably strong. He's got a super lively arm. I caught him when we first got him in here, and he was difficult to catch. He can throw low 90s. Ball naturally sinks, but he just doesn't have proper mechanics, so he just kind of stands up there and throws. Well, Luke Bay has done a phenomenal job working with him in terms of his fundamentals, using his legs, trying to be able to repeat his arm swing a little bit. And he's surely not a polished product yet, but it says a lot that he is in a game that is still in. We have a chance to win this game, and we just know that he's going to go out there and work hard. Now, maybe he won't have it today, but he looks better. Look at his lower body. He's using his lower body. He's thrown a pretty consistent mechanics for the last 4 or 5 pitches. So, and he's just undoubtedly the one kid. We have a lot of guys that work hard, but he just wants to stay. He wants to stay in the country. He's from Dominican, so if he can't get an offer for school, he's got to go home, and he's got it. We've got 2 offers for him earlier in the week, an NAI school in New Orleans and a JUCO school in Kansas have both offered him. So he's going to get an opportunity to stay in school, stay in the country, which is, we think baseball is important. And for kids like Eduardo who don't have anything, and he's just coming here with a hope and a dream, to keep him playing baseball is a great accomplishment.
No kidding. And he will get Cooper here to face off against. It'll be 9-1-2 here for Souris Valley. Cooper's got 3 hits in the game, and guys done a really good job from the 9th spot. Good shortstop out there as well.
Yeah, don't kid yourself. 9-hole, he knows what he's doing. He's a second leadoff guy. He's not a 9-hole hitter.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. He's got good bat control. He's hard to throw strikes to. He's fast, and they can flat out hit it. And
2-0 here.
We've had some good at-bats, same amount of hits. We've left the bases loaded at least 3 times, if not 4. We've hit in a double play. I mean, so we've had chances, which I'm tired of saying that. But it's nice to see us compete.
Yeah, get 3 back on the board nonetheless. And then when misses, it's 3-0. You had, 3 times their bases have been loaded, left them loaded today.
Yeah, and just can't get that 2-out hit. Had 3 chances to do it, and we got a strikeout and a ground out and a pop out, and that's really the difference in the game.
It's a 3-0, and Cooper taking all the way, ball 4, so leadoff hitter's on here. Good job by Jake Schroeder. We talked about him, 2 1/3 innings. Gave up just the 1 hit, and in relief, did a really good job walking 1, striking out 1. So it's nice to see him, like you said, build a little confidence and be confident out there with this. He had some good breaking stuff today.
Yeah, he did. We think he's an important part of our bullpen moving forward. He's a kid that can spot start for us if we need it. He'll do whatever it takes, and to get him being successful again is going to be important for our bullpen as we move forward.
Ooh, close play over at first as Cooper was taking a really big lead, but able to get back on the pickoff from
had him leaning.
Vasquez. Yeah, he almost got him.
One of the things we talked about Vasquez is, Fish, have you ever seen him throw anything but a strike to first?
Not too much. He throws at 90 miles an hour there, too.
90 miles an hour to first every time.
Cooper doesn't go.
So we asked him, Eduardo, how do you try to throw the ball to first? He goes, I try to throw it at his chest as hard as I can. I said, have you ever thought of doing that to the hitter? And you could just see a little bit of the blank stare. And I said, well, you're thinking too much.
Yeah.
And so that, coupled with some mechanics that we fixed on him and continue to get better, is going to give Eduardo a chance to succeed. And again, he's thrown 6 pitches and 6 balls, which is not good, I understand. but they've all been pretty competitive. They've been around the plate. There hasn't been any to the backstop, none in the other side of the box. So he's getting better all the time, and we just hope to get on top a little bit because his stuff is electric.
Throw to first, Cooper back. 2-0 count here to Schwabe, the leadoff hitter. Your defensive changes. Matson stays in the game at third. Omar Jackson stays in the game. He'll move to center where Carson Cahoy shifts over to left. It's 7-4, Source Valley, top 8. Vasquez on relief here of Schroeder, who was in relief of Will Horton. And that one right down Main Street. There's a strike, and it goes to 2-1.
There we go. Just a little ground ball. Get us out of some trouble here. See if we can get the lead runner or maybe turn a pair and just keep the excitement going a little bit. We got a chance to get back in this game, but we got to hang a 0 here.
Looks like he kind of went a three-quarter throw on that one, too, to home. A little different arm angle. Cooper does go. The throw down is going to be in time. That's meat. Can spam. Got him. Nice throw. Beautiful throw there by the new catcher, Feeney. You told us you love this kid.
Yeah, he's a big physical kid, and that was Cooper is fast. Cooper had a good jump, and that wasn't close. That ball was right on the bag.
No.
All you had to do was catch it and drop the glove, and it was a nice play, nice job. So
right on the money. Those are the kind of outs that you need, just those extra little outs, stuff like that. Cooper's stolen 4 bases on the year, but boy, he had a good jump, and it was a great throw by Feeney. That went in there for a strike here.
That was on the knees, outer half, and you could live there. We don't have a radar gun up right now, having some problems with it currently, but I bet that was close to 90. That was humming pretty good.
Here's a 3-2 to Schwabe. 1 out. That one hits a short. Cole, tough play. It's a very fast runner. Not going to be able to get him. Nice scoop over at first. Runner safe. Just a nice job to stop that one.
Hey, that was good all the way around. It was good to battle back from 3-0, make him put the ball in play, but weak contact, but in the right spot. And that's just good job of hitting, and we did everything we could. Good scoop by JT over there. He's been working on that a little bit because he's not a natural first baseman, but it's nice to see him come up with that scoop as well.
Brings up Alan Greer. Greer is 0 for 3 in the game. He is grounded out, fouled out, and grounded out again. 1 out here, Source Valley, leading 7-4, top 8. Eduardo Vasquez's pitch is in there for a strike. Starting to find the zone here a little bit.
Yeah.
And like you said, if you can just harness that, it kind of reminds me of Wild Thing Vaughn from the movie Major League. It just
Sure.
throws a million miles an hour, just needed to be a little controlled. And once he finds that, he's going to be unstoppable.
Well, I don't even watch the ball, Fish. I watch his legs, and I watch that arm swing a little bit. And if that arm swing is consistent, then we got a pretty good chance. And he looks good today. I know he walked a kid, but he looks good. He looks like he's gaining confidence with every pitch, and it sure would be nice if he ended up being a guy we could depend on.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a bullpen fireballer out there.
Yeah.
0-2 here to Greer.
See, now when you throw 6 balls in a row, you don't get that. But he's been back in the zone, and he's been around the zone. Hit the glove there. Might have been a little bit away, but you're going to get that if you're competitive. And so that's, now we got a chance here to finish him off. I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Schwabe over at first, runner back. And they know what Schwabe can do at first. He's stolen a ton of bases this year, but he's also just saw Feeney. Oh, they are calling a balk, apparently. So Vasquez must not have stepped off the rubber in time.
I saw the first base coach from Souris Valley walk up to the umpire and say something to him. He must have saw something, so he earned that one. That's kind of a fun thing as a coach when you think you can get a base for you or get an out for you every once in a while. But that one comes up to the first base coach. Good job.
7 runs, 10 hits for Source Valley. Now he's trying to steal third, and they just let him as call was, is that a strike? Is that a ball? Not sure what they're calling that one here. Monroe's running in to say something to Vasquez. No pitch. Apparently there's no pitch. And now
they must have called a balk again, Fish, would be my guess. Just by the way that
Monroe's saying something to him, yeah.
Monroe went in there and trying to figure out what he's doing, and Eduardo doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's got his arms up, and he says, I'm not sure what I'm doing, and so they're out there to talk to him, say, here, while you're not stopping, you need to come set before you throw over to the base. So Schwabe, I don't know if they gave him a stolen base on that or not.
I don't think he gets either one of those, Fish.
Yeah.
I think both those are balks. So
yeah. Yep. That's what it was ruled. So Runner on third, though, nonetheless.
Again, I know this is competitive baseball, and these guys have played at high levels. I still would like to see the umpires take time to explain what he did. Because if he doesn't know what he did, then he's going to do it again.
Yeah. If you call him on it, then you better know what he did.
Yep, and that's not going to do any good. And the thing that stinks is that pitch was strike 3, but again, it was a balk, so it doesn't count. And so now we're in a little bit of a jam here.
So 0-2 here, anyways, to Greer. Runner on third now, still 1 out. Souris Valley leading 7-4, top 8. Eduardo Vasquez. That one hits a second. Monroe playing very shallow. They're going to go home, try to get him. Do they get him?
Yes, he did.
And they got him. Beautiful play. Tyler Monroe, nice, smart baseball, playing in on the grass, positioned perfectly, and they get the very fast Schwabe out its home, and fielder's choice there for Greer.
Very happy as the owner, the GM, the chief bathroom washer. I've been the beer girl or a beer guy the other day, grilling stuff, PA guy, but it's nice to see us make plays that we're supposed to make. Those are things that we weren't making early in the year. Had a chance to make that play last night and didn't do it. Had a chance to make that play earlier today, didn't do it. So it's good to see us execute and do the right thing.
We're on base. He has stolen 20 bases. For first, Vasquez is keeping an eye on him. A tough batter as Brewer steps in here. And, some good outs. You forcing those outs and not necessarily leaving it all on the pitcher. And that's a big ease off the pitcher's mind when you can get a guy stealing second and get a guy coming home on a play like that in the fielder's choice.
Absolutely.
Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher. That one missed in there for a strike to Brewer. And we've done a pretty good job of containing this guy today. I mean, when you walk him and only give up one single to a guy batting .525.
I know that little bleeder was with the bases loaded over the second or the first baseman, and he's just an incredible hitter. I mean, his batting average starts with a 5. Fish, that's not
Matson
accidental.
To second to end the inning.
Nice job, hang a 0, Eduardo. Well done.
Good job, and gets him to ground down and get out of the inning. Good relief. Scott, thanks for joining us.
You bet, buddy. Thanks. Hey, I'm going to be gone for a few days, so enjoy it. I'm going on vacation in about an hour.
You have a good time.
I don't even know what I'm going to do.
You're just going to kick back and let the wife drive for a little while.
I think I'm going to drive.
Okay.
She doesn't like to drive, but we're excited to head that way. And if my family's listening, I'm not too far away from you.
Minnesota?
Thanks, I'll see you soon.
Right?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, I'm
We're
sorry.
in Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
There we go.
All right, man.
All
See
right,
you. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll take this word from our sponsors here. It is Ruts Heating and Cooling. And, today it's not too hot, but it has been in the past.
Sodbusters baseball and hot weather, so make sure you stay cool with Ruts. Ruts Heating and AC is your #1 source for residential and commercial HVAC services in Nebraska. For over 45 years, Ruts has been a name to trust for repairs, installation, and maintenance work on time. Call Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning today to discuss your HVAC needs, free estimates, and the guarantee their work. Whenever your heating or AC needs, trust Ruts. Visit rutsheating.com.
Nebraska has some of the most beautiful state parks in the country. And to celebrate their 100th anniversary, the Nebraska Lottery announces our Great Outdoors Getaway promotion. Through June 8th, 2021, enter any non-winning $5 Nebraska State Park Centennial Scratch ticket for a chance to win a 2-night stay at a Nebraska State Park, $2,021 in cash, and Nebraska Lottery and Game and Parks merchandise. State parks as great as ours deserve a promotion as great as this. Top prize odds 1 in 80,000.
Welcome back to Duncan Field, and we're going to throw Scott Galusha on here one more time. And Scott has a little something special he's going to tell us. It's kind of a little nugget of trivia that we'd like to share, and you probably wouldn't hear the player say it himself.
Yeah, well, first of all, number 4's up, Cole Dawson. And I've had the pleasure to get to know Dave and his wife, Janine, who is a lot like my wife, I'm sure, pretty tolerant. But she just sent me a message, and Cole would never say this, but we just got word that Cole got the gold glove for junior college shortstop. There's only one of these. One pitcher, one catcher, one first baseman, one second baseman, one shortstop, one third baseman, and a few outfielders. But Cole Dawson, junior college gold glove winner as a shortstop. That's quite impressive. And we're really happy to have him. He's from a great family and a great kid, and just the kind of people that we want to be part of our organization. So congratulations to Cole and his family, and we'll make sure everybody on our team knows that as well. And thanks for sending me the message. We'll see you.
Good baseball mind there. He pops out to second base, but boy, usually he's he's just such a good baseball mind. He's not only an athlete, he's a smart player with that bunt down in the 5th to get something going, but pops out here in the first pitch he sees this inning, and right now it is One out here in the bottom of the 8th, bringing up Trayton Kozel. So pop out to second. On the first pitch, Kozel looking for his second hit of the day. He's 1 for 3. That one well outside from Matt Nelson. Nelson, the 4th pitcher of the day for Souris Valley, as Ernst pitched a really good game. Got pulled for, he's the 3rd pitcher. Got pulled for Breedwell, who had a rough 2/3 of an inning, and then Nelson came in after that. One down here. Souris Valley still leads 7-4. Buster's trying to battle back after a good pitching outing there from Vasquez last inning to get him out of it. And it's 1-1 here to Trayton Kozel. Kozel batting .224 on the season here. Nelson has pitched 2/3 of an inning. Swung on and missed on that one. It's 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Appreciate you tuning in here on your Thursday. Bottom of the 8th. Busters were trailing 7-1, and last inning came back with 3 to get back in this thing. Would love to add to that here, as the pitching has done an outstanding job out of the bullpen. Not something I've said a whole lot this year, I'll be honest with you, but the bullpen has done outstanding after Will Horton got roughed up early part of the game. It was Jake Schroeder, who didn't give up any earned runs at all out of the bullpen, and then Eduardo Vasquez came in last inning and did a good job as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. That one fouled off by Kozel. Around 2:40 hour here in Nebraska. That one to second base. Schaefer can't come up with it. It eats him up. I think you're going to rule that one a hit. Not a play a second baseman normally would play. I mean, that would have been an exceptional play, and it was ruled a hit. It should be. Good job, Andy, ruling that one a hit. So JT Cafferty comes up. He's due. He's 0 for 4 today. Only a couple guys in the lineup haven't had a hit, or been on base for that matter. Ian Riley, who's not in the game anymore, and JT Cafferty. Everybody else has gotten at least 1 hit. Big, it looks like they're going to do another switch here. Do they have another guy warming up? I didn't see anybody warming up yet. They go in the bullpen, and they are calling for the righty. So, again, another pitching change here. And, boy, their coach just doesn't waste any time. There's no second trip to the mound. He comes out, you're in trouble. It's like when your mom says all 3 of your names. Well, we'll be back. Pitching change here at Duncan Field. Now word from Provident Promotions. Nope, we're going to do... You have anybody? Huh? Graham Tire, I'm sorry. I had Provident on mine. I'll do Graham Tire.
You know Graham Tire for the batteries and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
All right, pitching change here for Souris Valley. And it's going to be number 12. We saw Sharon last night. Daniel Sharon in the game once again. Sharon was one of 6 pitchers used last night, and he's out of the bullpen here for Souris Valley. He's the 4th pitcher of the day, and speaking of that, that's the day for Nelson. 2/3 of an inning. Only gave up 1 hit and walked a runner, but very short leash. Kind of surprised they pulled him out here. Came in last inning and gave up a walk to Omar, and then got Matson to end the inning. Got Cole Dawson to pop out this inning. Trey Colesville with a single, and now Cafferty up. And Cafferty's 0 for 4. So, see what happens here, but Sharon in the game, and Sharon from Pasco, Washington, Spokane Falls Community College, 5'9", 180 right-hander in yesterday's game as well. Take a look at the Major League scoreboard here as Yankees have took a commanding lead over the Royals, 7-1 at home, top of the 8th. Rangers still leading 4-1 at Texas in the bottom of the 5th. Josh Salmon with you, voice of Sodbuster Baseball. Nate Miller running our cameras here, doing a great job for us to my right, as he always does. 7-4, Soares Valley with the lead. They have 5 in the third and 5 in the second and 2 in the third, and then haven't scored since. Bullpen's done an outstanding job for Hastings. Hastings had 1 in the third, 3 in the 7th. Would like to get some more here with only 1 out and a runner on first. JT Cafferty. Cafferty like to do it in front of the hometown crowd. Get him back in this game. But it would be awesome to come back and win this thing. You were down 7-1 at one point. You think, okay, this game's over. But you can't give up. And they come back and put 3 up last inning. If they could put up another 3, we'd still be within 1. A grand slam would be nice if we can get enough guys on base. But, that, as I said, it's been a couple years since we've had one of those here at Duncan Field, and Grant Schmidt was the last one to do that in 2019. Cafferty leads off of first. Swung on and missed on the heater. Sharon brings it. Saw him in game 2 yesterday. 0-1 here to Cafferty. JT has flown out, fielder's choice, and struck out twice. Decent lead for Colesville. Almost gets off of first there. The catchers keep an eye on him. He quickly jogs back to first. So we haven't seen the aggressive base running today. Haven't seen any stolen bases at all by Hastings. I don't remember being attempted. Haven't had a whole lot of base runners either, put that way. And when you have, you don't want to take a chance on them getting out. 1-2, Trayton Colesville. Next home game, July 3rd, here at Duncan Field. It'll be with Spearfish Sasquatch, and then a doubleheader on the 4th of July. Your ticket will get you some food as well as a concession stand. So you buy the admission ticket and you get some food with it. The changeup floats up there, and Sharon knew it as soon as he let go of it. That wasn't a good pitch. You hang it. You hangy, he bangy. And he did. I stole that from Mark Grant, by the way. The first hit of the day for JT Cafferty. Just hangs that changeup up there, and JT's going to hit that thing 10 times out of 10. So it brings up Jack Hammond. 2 singles for him. He's been on base 3 times. He also has a walk and a strikeout. Chance for some RBIs here. He represents the tying run. Swung on and missed on the fastball from Sharon. No balls, 1 strike. Sharon back up the middle, and double play there by the shortstop to get out of it. It's just one of those plays where, doggone it, almost took the pitcher's head off, but the shortstop got it and tagged the bag and threw it to first to get the out. So leave 1 on base, and that ends up being ground into a double play there for Jack Hammond. Nothing doing for the Busters here as far as score goes. They did get 2 hits in the inning and leave 1 on base. So it's still 7-4, and top of the 9th coming up. Eduardo Vasquez coming back out of the dugouts. We'll be back after this message from 5 Points Bank.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your banking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
Have you heard the latest in Sodbusters news? Hey, this is Josh Salmon.
voice of Hastings Sodbusters Baseball, inviting you to check out the Sodcast, the official Sodbusters podcast. Each episode gets you up to date on team info, the latest news, player and coaches interviews, and more. Join Brian Frew and myself for the Sodcast all through the baseball season. The Sodcast is available for listening on Spotify for free. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball Inside Duncan Field with me, Josh Salmon, and co-owner Brian Frew. The Sodcast. Listen today.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. We're singing the Neil Diamond, as we always do in the ninth inning here. Vasquez would hope to hold the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs to 1-2-3 inning here and keep it 7-4. Give Busters a chance to come back in the bottom of the ninth, still trailing by 3. Boy, last inning would have been nice to get a couple on the board at least. Had a chance and then just got that double play. It was hit right back in the kitchen of the pitcher, Sharon, but shortstop was right there to make the play, tag the bag, and throw it to first. Just one of those freak things. So Vasquez, good inning last inning, up there against Miller right now. It'll be Miller, Keaton, and Bowling. Pitch 1 is a ball. Drew Miller's a DH. Not a hit in the game for him. That one misses. 2 balls. And no strikes. Keaton due up after that. He's got 2 hits. Vasquez came on last inning, gave up a single, but got out of the inning with just that. 7 runs on 10 hits and no errors for Souris Valley. 4 runs and 11 hits for Hastings. The 3-0 coming up here from Eduardo Vasquez. And strike. Delayed call on that one. Sometimes he goes that 3-quarter arms motion. He's not throwing the fastball. And if batters watch him enough, it might tip him off. Because when he just kind of, it looks like a lob to him, but it's faster than I can throw. But anyways, he does a different arm motion with that pitch. Just a slight difference. That one fell off first base side. So 3-2 here. Battling back is Vasquez. Will Horton started the game. Went to 4 2/3, but give up 7 runs. All the runs scored by Souris Valley are credited to Horton. Schroeder came in, did a good job at 2 2/3, just gave up 2 hits, struck out a batter, walked the guy, and Vasquez has pitched 1 inning thus far. Here is the 3-2 from Vasquez to Miller. Popped up. Good pitch. Let's see if the guy's who's going to catch it. Shortstop's out. Dawson. And yes, he does catch it. Anything in that vicinity, and you know Cole Dawson's going to catch it, as Scott said. Cole was too shy to mention himself, probably, but he won the National Gold Glove for the D1 NJCAA for shortstops. Division I winner, and there's only one of those given away, and he won it. So congratulations to him on that. He's a pretty modest guy, though. Brings up Chase Keaton. Keaton, the other guy in the lineup for these guys that don't have a hit. There's 3 guys, actually, in Souris Valley that don't have hits. Miller, Heaton, and Schaefer. I take that back. Greer doesn't have one either. 1-0 here to Keaton. It's been mostly the bottom 4 guys of the order that have been doing most of the hitting. You have 4 hits in the top 6 batters in the order. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 Bowling. Dalton. Or excuse me, yeah. This is Keaton. Bowling is on deck. 2 balls and a strike. Dalton Bowling has 2 hits. He stands on the on-deck circle. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Busters trail 7-4, top 9. Souris Valley with the lead. They haven't scored since the 3rd, and we'd like to keep it that way. Eduardo Vasquez's pitch down the third base line. Matson over to first, and they do get the out. Two down. So Dalton Bowling comes up. He's got 2 hits. He's had the double back in the 7th, a single in the 2nd. Flew out in the 3rd. And a foul out in the 5th. Josh Salmon, Nate Miller with you here. Vasquez, best outing as a sodbuster by far for him thus far. The game, he's had a lot more control. He throws just fireballs up there. It's just a matter of toning it down and aiming a little bit more. And seems to have that under wraps here this game so far. 2-0 to Bowling. Nice young man, works hard. He does have a couple offers to stay in the country. He's from be nice to see him do that if that's what he wants to do. Eduardo is from Trinidad State, but he's from the Dominican Republic is where he goes to school with. And 3-0 here to Bowling. Justice Taylor has 2 hits as well. He's due up next. So we haven't had a 1-2-3 inning against Souris Valley in this game. There's been a couple times where it's been close, and then they've given up a walk or a hit or something like that, but getting that third out is just something that tends to be a difficult thing, and I don't know why. That one's a strike. That might be something I have to talk to Luke Bay about. Is just, why we can't get that third out after we get the first 2. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 7-4 Souris Valley, top 9. Busters trying to get out of this inning and get back up to try to tie it up in the 9th. That one fouled off first base side and slicing out of play by the Souris Valley bullpen. And that's where it goes. So Miller led off the inning. He popped out. Keaton grounded out the 3rd. And now you're 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning here unscathed. Making a perfect inning pretty close to a perfect inning for Vasquez and Sodbusters. The 3-2 coming up. Payoff pitch here in the 9th. And inside. Walks him. So runner on here with 2 outs. And it brings up Taylor Justice. Vasquez had him. He shakes his head. He knew he wanted to get that guy. So here is Justice. The catcher, busy day for him. Behind the dish, catching 4 different pitchers. We haven't even attempted a stolen base off them today. 2 singles. And that one high. It is ball 1. So you've got Bowling standing on first, 2 outs, top 9, 7-4 Souris Valley with the lead. Vasquez trying to get the Busters back up in the 9th to see if they can scrape together 3 more runs. But it would have been nice to have a couple last inning. But you look back, and there's been 3 times tonight where we've had 3 runners on base and left them. 12 runners left on base in the game. You can't do that. Two balls, no strikes. Vasquez throws over first, and 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Vasquez trying to finish out the 9th inning here. Comes to the plates, and that one low and inside. It goes to 3-0 here. So this is Eduardo's game. Nobody in the bullpen, and as Scott said, it shows a lot of character of Chandler Wagner to bring him in when he did last inning in a sticky situation in the 8th, but he got out of it. And walks him there. So 2 consecutive walks after retiring 2 batters. Just can't figure out how to get that third out, and that's been a problem this entire season. I just don't understand, and I don't think anybody else does. You get the first 2 outs, and then you just psych yourself out or something and just can't get that third out. 2 walks for Vasquez. And if you look at Sodbuster pitching, 8 walks given up by Sodbusters. Excuse me, that's 3 for Vasquez. So Jaden Schaefer, the second baseman's up. He doesn't have a hit yet. Let's keep it that way. Grounded out, hit by a pitch, walked, struck out. Vasquez, 2 runners on here. Just can't get that third out. That one's a deep fly to left. And making the play over there is Carson Gahoy. He almost overran it and caught it about the foul line. And they do leave 2 on base. So bottom of the 9th coming up. Let's see if Busters can come back. Put your rally caps on here. 7-4. Got a little bit of work to do against Souris Valley. We'll be right back. This is Sodbuster Baseball. A word from the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Imagine visiting a place with historic housing districts, beautiful parks, and strolling through downtown shops. No, it isn't a fairy tale. It's Hastings, Nebraska. The Adams County Visitors Bureau invites you to experience Hastings. From bird watching to the Aqua Court Water Park to taking in a Sodbusters baseball game at historic Duncan Field. It all starts with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. What would a visit be without great eats? Hastings has plenty for all cravings. Start exploring at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Nebraska Land Distributing is a proud sponsor of the Hastings Sodbusters. When you come to the ballpark, get a refreshing Coors Light, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributing. Nebraska Land Distributing also features Leinenkugels, the ultimate summer drink, cold and refreshing, and sold at Duncan Field. Another Nebraska Land Distributing option when you come to the ballpark is light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. Nebraska Land Distributing, proud sponsor of the Beer Batter at all Hastings Sodbuster home games.
All right, well, the shortstop in for Souris Valley. He came in last inning, and they didn't see him when Cooper got out. They took him out of the game, and he got thrown out throwing to second. Is Buckle. Buckle comes in the game here, and we saw him yesterday. Declan Buckle is at shortstop for his second inning. Well, Busters down their last 3 outs, down by 3. It's going to be Monroe, Cahoy, and Feeney 2 up. Schedule here in the 9th. Put your rally caps on. All right, I'm putting my rally cap on right now. So Tyler Monroe's up. He had the big-time triple last time up in the 7th inning. Busters need some base runners to get some runs in. Tyler, 2 hits in this game. Shows bunt, puts it down. They're going to have to hurry to get him, and they're not going to be able to. That's a play right out of Cole Dawson's book. Cole says, use that all you want, buddy. That's a good idea, as the third baseman was playing back over there. Bowling had no chance. That's twice they've bunted on him, and it worked. Cole Dawson did that back in the 5th. Good idea. Tyler Monroe is on. Leadoff hitter's on, and brings Carson Cahoy. RBI single for him back in the 7th. Part of that 3-run 7th inning. Monroe runs a little bit. Don't want to run yourself out of the inning here. You don't want to get as many runs as you can. And the guy on the on-deck circle represents the tying run, so Carson takes the pitch upstairs for ball 1. Anything to the gap here, Monroe might be able to make it to third base. Outfield's playing kind of deep in center and left, about halfway, a little shallower and right. Throw to first, runner back. It's a pretty good throw, but Brewer didn't apply the tag, and he would have been safe either way. So 1-0 here. Monroe stands on first. Busters down their last 3 outs here. In the 9th, ooh, that one almost hit him. Sometimes you want to just stay in there, and if you can take it on the back and get 2 runners on, but I understand moving out of the way. I would move out of the way. But 8 years of baseball has never beamed, luckily. 2 balls and no strikes. Throw to first, and diving back is Tyler Monroe again. So pitcher Sharon paying a lot of attention to Monroe. Monroe came in last inning. 4th pitcher of the day for Souris Valley. Monroe, good lead at first, not going. Cahoy, that's in the left center field. That's another hit. Keep the line moving. Nice piece of hitting there by Carson Cahoy. Just took a play out of the Souris Valley playbook and just dumped it into shallow left center field. Again, it doesn't have to be anything fancy to make it work. We saw that with Souris Valley early in the game. 2 hits on here. 2 guys on. There's a guy warming up in the bullpen. And he has a sweatshirt on or something. I can't tell his number. So, Connor Feeney winning over the crowd here at Hastings in his second game. He's walked twice. He's singled once. Thrown out a runner. Defensively, grounded out once. Chance for him to make a bunch more new best friends here Can get a couple runs in. He represents a tying run here in the 9th. Busters scraped together 3 in the 7th. Still trail by 3. It was such a big deficit. Long way to battle back. Omar Jackson due up next. You got Monroe standing on second. Cahoy on first. Here's the 0-1 to Feeney. Fouls that one off over by the entrance here to Duncan Field. And 0-2.
When Bobby Thompson hit the walk-off home run for the Giants to win against the Brooklyn Dodgers, who was on deck? Who was on deck?
No balls, 2 strikes. Lively crowd here today on your Thursday evening, just getting into evening.
We got the answer.
Oh. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on here for the Busters. Feeney representing the tying run at the dish. Here's the pitch from Sharon, checks his runners and comes sets. That one misses outside, trying to get Feeney to go fishing, and he didn't bring his pole. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the catcher, Connor Feeney. We saw McGuigan catch game number 1 yesterday. Feeney catch game number 2. This is the rubber game, and boy, Busters like to have a little comeback here and have a little confidence going on the road starting tomorrow. And a little looper to short. That's not going to go anywhere. Catcher, the shortstop will make that one. That is Buckle. And so there's 1 out. Pop out the shortstop, and now Omar Jackson comes up for his 2nd time. He came in to pinch hit last inning for Jackson Rocha and walked. Chance for him to be even love. These people love him anyways, but trying to get some more love going around, if you will, as he can get an extra base hit or something. He represents the tying run now. Only 1 down, 2 runners on here for the Busters in the bottom of the 9th. Trailing 7-4. That pitch inside for Sharon. There's a righty warming up, though. As we've seen, the manager of Souris Valley wastes no time. He doesn't even usually make 1 trip to the mound. That's it. Alex Miklos. That's his name. 1-0 from Sharon. Misses outside. I wanted to wait on that one. It was a close pitch. So you've got Monroe on second. He bunted on. Carson Gahoy singled. He stands on first. The 2-0 pitch coming up from Sharon. That one called a strike. A little closer to the plate than the previous pitch. Not much. Omar, left-handed batter, really been contributing well as a soft buster since joining the team a few weeks into the season. That one hit to center field and not going to be deep enough for anybody to tag, unfortunately. His left fielder makes the catch, and Schwabe has a pretty good arm, so not able to advance. So doggone it, you want to get a sacrifice fly would be okay, but right field maybe, but right there to left center field, no chance to advance, and that just goes as a fly out. So Busters down their last out, and Trevor Matson. Catcher runs up to talk to his pitcher, how they want to. Matson came in last inning to pinch hit and popped out to second. He's been a little under the weather today. Didn't feel well, so that's why he didn't start the game. But like Scott said, once you get him in the game, it's going to take more than that to get him out of here. He loves to play. So now he represents the tying run. Still 2 on, 2 singles for the Busters. Sharona's battled back after giving up 2 singles in a row. Matson takes pitch 1 on the outside corner for a strike. Souris Valley's had a very good season. Coming into this game today, they were 17-8. Busters were 7-8-17. Popped up. This is probably going to do it. It's a mile high. Who's going to make the catch? And the third baseman comes over and almost runs into it, but that's it. And they win it. Souris Valley wins 7-4. Your final, they had 7 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Busters had 4 runs on 13 hits and 1 error, but they left a lot of guys on base. 9, 10, 11, 12 guys left on base, and it's hard to do that and win a ball game. They did try to battle back. We'll take a look at some numbers here in a moment. Your post-game show coming up. Busters lose it 7-4. Game number 3. Souris Valley takes 2 out of 3.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely.
Okay.
And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball. Hey, you. Your ad here. It's Josh Salmon of Salmon Says Media. Imagine turning on the radio or TV and hearing or seeing your business being advertised. Salmon Says Media offers voiceovers, full audio production, on-hold messaging for your phone, and more. Nearly 2 decades of experience. Salmon Says Media also offers radio imaging and podcast production. See us on Facebook. Salmon Says Media, the official media partner of the Hastings Sodbusters.
Souris Valley takes game number 3. They won the first one and the third one of the 3-game series in 2 days. Josh Salmon back with you, post-game show here, and Souris Valley moves to 18-8 and still lead the Lewis division. But you look at the Sodbusters, and they go to 7-18 after winning yesterday's game. Almost came back in this one, staged a good comeback, but just couldn't quite get the clutch hit they needed today. And it should have been a lot more than this. It should have been. Busters had a chance. 13 hits, you only score 4 runs. You leave 12 guys on base, and I'm sure that's what the huddle is out there right now. And I'm going to keep the postgame short because we've got a doubleheader Legion baseball coming in here as well. Next home game is July 3rd as Spearfish Sasquatch are in town the 3rd and a doubleheader on the 4th. And then you have to wait till the 8th for another home game, and then 7 in a row between the 12th and the 18th. For Nate Miller, Scott Galusha, and the entire Sodbusters, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is Josh Salmon, voice of Sodbuster Baseball, and we'll see you back here on July 3rd. Be safe, everybody.